Hey everyone, we're doing something different again today. Though hopefully it's not going to be too different in the long run. We're going to be doing some casual stuff and found. Holy shit, Betrayer's here. But yeah. Doing some casual stuff today. Let me see if Betrayer is actually wanting in. You know what? I should also set something up. Yeah, let me get this set up. I never did this properly. I should have done this ahead of time. All sorts of things I'm not ready for. There we go. Actually, hold on. I want this one. This. That. And one more thing I need to change. And then we'll be good. Sorry, also, if anyone's saying anything, I've got other things up right now that I'm trying to deal with. Alright, that should be good, that should be good. Let's just add something onto this scene. You're going to see it say browser source, but that's fine. Yeah, just being up there should be fine. There we go.
Noises.
Figured this would just make things easier.
Okay.
While we wait for anyone else to show up. Anyway, do you have any preference or just here for whatever?
I'm here for whatever.
Do you have any preferences against then?
No main scenario.
That's fair. I wasn't planning on doing that with you, to be fair. We'll get expert and 90s out of the way first then.
Yeah, sure, okay. Don't forget, you've also got those, did you do all the, whatchamacallits? The variant dungeon?
Nope, those we also have. I figured let's get these two out, and then we'll swap over to those.
I just, figured that if you hadn't done them, that was also, like, first-time content you could do.
Yeah, I actually think I still have to unlock number 2 and 3 still. But I also figured get this done because if Leo joins, I don't think Leo's able to join for 90 stuff. I think they're still finishing up the main Endwalker stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what they said.
Hey, guess what I didn't do?
What didn't you do?
I forgot to invite you to a party before I queued. You're standing next to me for so long, I thought we were in a party because, man, is my brain tired.
Excuse me, that's hilarious.
Yes! Like, that's a great indication as to, you know what, it's a good idea that we're just doing this casual stuff right now. Oh well, expert will get out of the way, then I'll get you in for the 90. And then things will be right. Yeah, it was a, hey, this popped, awesome. Wait, that's a blue, that's not Betrayer. Wait, where's Betrayer?
It's okay. Nobody wants to play with me.
Actually, how far is Breadsmith now?
Finished Stormblood main. Only one class at 70.
Okay.
Instead, everything's minimum 20. I had 4 jobs unlocked before Thursday.
So you've been going hard at just
My
have
armor just was full. Couldn't have that.
you know, I technically have that alt, but that alt has served its purpose. If it needs to be used later, I will use it later, but
I'm honestly partially building up this character for learning all that stuff. The other thing is, but we need you to help us. All right, fine. Just hop on the fucking aura. Yeah, sure.
yeah, basically like what I was doing with no crits.
Mm-hmm. I
Hey.
expect to be poked for Dawn Trail.
That's fair. Like, I might try to... I'll see about worrying about getting the other guy up.
I'm only doing it because I've got spare time right now.
Yeah, that's fair. Like, for me, it's a case of I could do it, but also I could also just, you know, wait until it's needed, because most likely, at least for a while, if no crits needs any support for something, I could bring my main. Because let's be honest, they will probably get ahead of us. Okay, I was perfectly lined up with the Dark Knight, and it looked like I was wielding their sword as we slid, and that kind of made me want that as a new dancer weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we getting our... We need more than just chakrams. We've got chakrams and a fan of knives, and that's it, I think. Of course, then again, I think part of it is they made the animation so tied to needing to have the chakram handle, at least.
There's still other options. They can hand you some repurposed monk weapons.
Yeah, just swinging them by like a handle grip thing.
Well, no, some of the monk weapons have the same grip.
Oh, okay.
I've been staring at monk weapons recently for some reason.
At some point, I should also, like, I don't think I'll be able to do it from that well, I could with the other character, but I'm not going to. But I should still try giving some of the other classes, like, an actual chance again at some point.
I mean, to be fair, I'm playing entirely new jobs to me.
Yeah.
These are not the jobs I started with. They're not in the same game I started playing either.
You know, a thing I'm realizing I should look into later? A thing like I've seen some other people do of... There are things I can do with this new channel that I couldn't really do well with the GCC one. Of, hey, if I've got commentators with me who I know, I can have it have, you know, a proper avatar for them next to me versus just the Discord pop-up thing.
Wear their icon as a pendant and have it light up when they talk.
I hate how, yes, that could work, but that would be small, potentially.
I'm honestly just being a smartass. Don't.
Look, I still want that Dragon Tier pendant that Capcom officially made.
Okay.
They need to bring that thing into reprint. I'm so sad that I only learned about it after the first wave had shipped.
it's money making, so they're going to like absolutely screw it over and never give it to you, even though you asked for it, along with 1,000 other people.
It claims restock planned, and it's at least restock planned not from an official Capcom store.
Doubt.
I mean, you're probably right, but I can
I want
dream.
it for you. I do. It's just Capcom.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I just noticed something I've got to go fix. Guess what's coming through the thing?
Is it Discord again?
Yep.
Oh boy.
There we go. Just had to, why am I doing this? Oh well. Honestly, the AoE damage is probably better on this pack than the boss anyway.
I mean, yeah.
But not using 2 minutes on the boss. Look, it'll probably still die just as fast.
Yeah. All right, I have checked, and I do have every single one of the VNCs unlocked.
Good. Where the heck do you unlock the second one? I think that's from, I'm assuming it's not... Actually, it might be Kugane, wouldn't it?
No. You go to the same area you unlock the other ones, but it sends you to Kugane.
Okay. That area is basically the hunt mark, area in...
Yeah, the leave area.
Yeah, thank you. My brain was blanking on the word Charlian.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the same as all the rest. They have one hub person to get you started, and that's very good. I'm proud of them. But yeah, it'll send you over to Hancock and Kugane, and you know.
And that... Actually, what was the third? The third one's like just an island, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I just realized I don't think I did all the paths on the first one either, but at the same
I didn't.
time... Sorry, go ahead.
I didn't.
Like, it came out, I was glad for this as a concept. It definitely has room to improve, but it also shows, you know, I would like some of this for normal dungeons.
There's a lot in there that's cool. The basic mode is too annoying to do unlock stuff for.
Yeah, I can get that. And
the hard
Savage
mode requires
is not.
a static.
Yeah. Well, it requires a static, and also is just... The rewards needed to be better.
I don't even think the rewards needed it to be better. I think we need interesting mid-core content, not everything's ultimate level. Everything's savage level, I guess, since ultimate level isn't even ultimate level. I don't know how to say it.
I get
doesn't
what you're
need to
trying
be
to
the
say,
knife
though.
edge.
You need stuff at, like, a step above extreme, but a step below savage. Or maybe just at extreme level.
Yeah, just
for
at extreme.
format.
We need dungeons at extremes.
Actually, yeah, that would be a good thing, because if nothing else, it helps as another stepping stone towards people who are new or just feel they lack the feel they aren't good enough for Savage to have another, okay, well, go here. Is this making sense? Is this easy? Great. You're perfect for starting Savage at this stage.
And it can be a 20 to 30 minute time commitment instead of the 7-minute ones we get from most EXs.
Mm-hmm. Alright, I should be back in sync again. You know, I should have some of this before I forget. Don't want my tea to get too cold. I got it to warm me up. Actually, on that note, I will say it is, like, about an hour ago now, I had it where it was just all of a sudden, why is it so goddamn cold? I still don't know why it was, but made myself some tea, and also, I know it's not actually that cold, but it felt cold enough, whereas I'm now in socks again.
I'm so sorry.
Hoodie, sweatpants, and socks, because,
Socks
yeah.
to the devil.
I'm okay with them at times, depending on the type of sock. Like, good, loose, but warm socks are fine.
Leave my ankles free, you bastards.
Usually it's the toes I hear people have problems with for the, socks.
Well, I walk around barefoot almost everywhere. Unless I have to wear shoes because public.
Mm-hmm.
So, my shit's leathery as fuck.
Fair. And you can always get those socks that only go up, like, past the ball of your heel. I hate those socks.
I had to wear those for dance classes. Ugh.
Yeah, I don't think I like those. They
They aren't stable.
Okay, so it is the problem that I was afraid of. My socks already slipped down enough. These would just make it even worse.
Yeah, I had a lot of chafed heels.
My brain is so in exasquares. It was, okay, that's going to go, and then it's going to do a radiating out from there, so I need to go into it. You know, that is the other thing. I do want them to put, like, just some more mechanics into these dungeons. Like, it does not need to hit nearly as hard as the trash was when we were doing that, their Criterion run. But, like, the glimpse they gave us for that Ronkin dungeon. Whereas it was, oh, wait, actual mechanics. They're simple, but the trash has mechanics I have to do something with? Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I know you can tell which platform it is by which crystal gets pinged, but also I've just never bothered to memorize other than the one on the far left is the far left platform, and same for the far right.
It's okay. So if you rate them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from left to right, it's 1 and 4 or 2 and 5.
Okay.
That's it. So you look for the one near you. If it's not the one on the edge, it's the one next to it.
Also, I don't know how I didn't get hit by that AoE, but you know what? I'll run with it.
Dance a little jig with it.
Well, I am on Dancer.
I'm aware.
Man, I do hope next, I'm okay with healing. I do like healing. But also, I do like doing DPS as well in, Savage content.
I don't mind delaying a little bit for everybody to be happy, dude.
Oh yeah, and we already know we're gonna have to find some, fills anyway.
Hmm. When are you gonna start shopping?
Not until we know what we think we want to run.
Okay. I'm cool with not going day one.
Oh, we might still go day one, but remember, day one's not at least 3 weeks. Like, that's at least 3 weeks after, the
I know, but
official start.
I don't expect anybody to give us an actual answer until week 2 starts.
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't expecting it until week 2, and then that technically gives me the week that normals are going on that we can start shopping.
All right, man. Just let me know how I can help.
Yep. Also, before I forget...
Yeah, I'd appreciate that.
All
Yeah,
right.
as of right now, put me down as melee first, paladin second.
Fair. Also, Naren agrees. Those ankle socks
It's
are
on the
terrible.
monitor.
Oh, you do have it. Okay, perfect.
I was
Hey Naren, how you doing?
Because I had to play vicariously through you.
Okay, yeah, fair. Well, let's get 90s out of the way, and then we'll try that variant, the second variant out.
Okay.
To be fair, this is also because, I'm getting tomestones again to gear out my, paladin. Well, my tank. Because it's the one class I kind of want to have some gear that still is in, like, 580 gear. I completely skipped tanks this expansion. Of course, then again, I'm gearing it with the laziest way possible, which leads to things like the skill speed tenacity belt I had in Stormblood.
Why didn't you just craft him something?
I could, but also I have these tomestones, and I might as well use these tomestones, right?
Alright, man.
I have the entire left side at 650 now. That's part of why.
I'm not taking my hands off the controller.
Yeah, that's fair. Also, I do enjoy how I have the portrait so much bigger than I think most people do. But that's also because I want to be able to see people's portraits. Some people put effort into this, and I want to be able to appreciate it.
And now I...
Oh yeah, Warrior is definitely fun, Naren. Like, it's... At least initially, it was the tank I enjoyed the most. I admittedly was trying to get you to do it originally, but I think you just prefer, at least originally, was preferring, or you were preferring Gladiator. So I think that was because of the, just the look and feel of, like, the effects is what you were saying in the past.
I miss Rage Halone.
You miss what?
Rage Halone.
Oh. Right, you got to use it again a little bit, didn't you?
I got to use it again.
What level does it go away? Like, it's
60.
in... Okay. At some point, I need to try the new Paladin as well. I just realized, like, I barely touched Paladin since that rework, and that was back in, like, what? That was in the middle of 8S for us.
Yeah, middle of 3.
I'm still hoping they... I am hoping, but not holding my breath, for them to roll back some of their design decisions that they've been doing for raids. But we shall have to wait and see. Yes, Boja is indeed a grind. Are you trying to get something specifically out of Boja, or just using it for leveling? Which mount is that? I'm trying to remember. Is it the robot mount? Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, the math robot. Okay. Yeah, the clusters is definitely the better way to go about it. Though clearly the answer is you grind those clusters and then you just sell it, right? Quick 1 million? Well, not so quick, but still. Actually, on that note, have you done any of the Island Sanctuary stuff, Naren? Oh, right, you actually have to click this. Okay. Yeah, like, just keep on doing that passively, and once you get up to the favors, you can just do the RNG chests. If you're lucky, you can get one of the mounts. I think that mount is still in the, like, 8-digit range, so 10 million or more. Actually, I think it was 15 million last time I looked at it. Okay. Let's actually get this fan dance out. I'm glad that even though I have not played Dancer for so long, it is just so ingrained in me still.
Like a glove.
To be fair, the fact that I took this into my first technical and first actual ultimate kind of probably helps with that. And it's the class that meshes the most with my playstyle of, it is very reactive versus hard rotation.
Do you an AoE rather than single target to the spawner?
Say again?
Nothing. Inquiry about what's going on right now.
Oh. Oh yeah, no, I mean, I'm doing my big buttons on the spawner as the main target, but otherwise it is just AoEs. You know, make sure that spawner gets the non-prorated part of whatever the AoE is. I do enjoy how the hands have the dot numbers for which one's going to go first, third, and second. And I never realized that because I just always paid attention to the orientation of the shields.
Mm-hmm.
It is nice having two tells for the same thing, though. Though I guess the next question comes, why are there the Magitech hands?
Why not?
Oh, right. You don't want to do it that way. Aren't the Magitech hands Garlean?
Elegant.
They are elegant? Okay. That was the part I wasn't sure of. I thought they were Garlean.
No, there's a set on Oz's Law.
Okay. Which then, you know, also explains why the Garleans make them, because, well, they stole everything. But considering what we know now, it makes sense, even more so.
I gotta wonder if that's some underhanded Japanese shot at the Chinese.
Maybe? All I know is... Actually, I don't know where I'm going with that. And I know there's a bit of movement on this last boss, but was it really that bad for Black Mage versus everyone else?
I don't know, man.
You and I don't run Black Mage. That would be a question for Rhoda, and I don't think Rhoda's run this dungeon on Black Mage.
I don't do these dungeons more than I have to.
Fair. Actually, I do enjoy Rhoda started this tier on Black Mage just to feel something, and then swap back to Red Mage near the end. Though I really do appreciate it. That extra res really helped. I do hope they... There's no reason for the DPS penalty for them having that raise. The raise itself is the DPS penalty.
My boy.
Right. Oh yeah, the Red Mage utility is real good. Both in the sense of your mobility tactics, your flexibility, and just things like the damage mitigation and the heal and the res. I do like Yarn Warrior.
Such a good boss.
I think Bucket Warrior still takes the case for absurdity bosses, though.
I just think they did a fantastic job with his design.
Hey, Maine! Yeah, like He feels like what I could see in like a Kirby or a Yoshi craft game.
Look at me. I'm the shield healer now.
But you don't have a shield. In fact, you're very shieldless right now.
You're very funny, sir.
I was turning a little too tightly there. I also see me and the white mage have the same basic strategy. Just spin around this one point twice. This is honestly, like, the aesthetics, the color, like, this is a fun dungeon. Especially considering it was just a, hey, we're off of our grand adventure. You know what, let's go on a treasure hunt at the start. And then it became less of a treasure hunt at the end. Yeah, Smiletron is also real fun. Oh, right, I still have to finish, the 24-man post quests. The treasure was the friends we made along the way. I mean, we didn't really make any new friends in this dungeon. It was afterwards that we made new friends. Oh yeah, I still have Tataru to do.
Don't worry, Lynn. You're my treasure.
Thanks, Betrayer. Okay, I see which one it is. Between these two, one of these names makes it very obvious. An intriguing job has been laid at our feet, and the client insists that we are the one to take it up. That client? Why, none other than the East Alanerd Trading Company. I mean, the East India Company. I mean, yeah. The missive was dispatched from the Kagane branch rather than Lord Lolorito's offices, but nevertheless carries the what? Anyway, sent to moneyed interests. Sure, let's give this a read. I know who we're dealing with here already, but dear Liminality, in the self-same spirit of friendship which has defined our every interaction to date, it is my pleasure to extend you a humble invitation. 'Tis because of your endearing efforts to save this star that we may benefit from this rarest of opportunities. For it is in service to your noble quest to build the good ship Ragnarok that I was able to forge a fruitful bond between myself and another of Hingashi's elites. This lord has seen fit to grant me, and a guest of my choosing, leave to go where few Ijin have tread, beyond the bounds of Kugane to the sacred slopes of Mount Rokon itself. I cannot overstate the significance of this gesture, nor the allure of sights heretofore unseen by Western eyes. Nor is it an exaggeration to say that no one is more deserving of this boon than your magnanimous self. God, he is buttering us up. I eagerly await our reunion at the gates of the Bocario Inn. Ever your faithful servant, Hancock Fitzgerald. There's flattery, and then there's this. He lays it on thick. Yes, exactly, laid it on a bit thick. I'd expect no less from a consummate merchant, not too proud to debase himself when sufficient profits at stake. Still, there may be a crumb of sincerity beneath that slathering of honeyed words, and if not, you still stand to benefit from playing along. Oh yeah, we're going, of course. You'll be heading to Kagane then, I take it? I mean, I got nothing better to do. Perfect. I'll send word that you're on your way. Fair fortune and safe travels. You'd best come back with plenty stories to tell, you hear? I'm also realizing I'm not going to do it today, but next time I use this channel, I should probably just do voice activation because this is just for when I'm live anyway. So, you hearing what I'm telling chat makes more sense in this channel than the others. Anyway, onwards to Kagane. You know what? Actually, I'll just do that now. This teleport will take a bit. And hopefully it still picks up properly. Why did I get a ping? Oh, okay. I got a ping because I was being asked, do I know when something is happening in Phase 6? And then I realized, wait, I can just ping them instead.
Liquids.
Welcome back. I am now on voice activation, so you'll now hear me whenever I'm talking to chat.
I was hearing you before.
Oh yeah, but now you don't have to hear me through that stream.
Well, fine.
You don't have to hear me on the delay. But also, I realized, like, this channel's entire purpose is, hey, I'm live. So, anyone who's in voice with me, hearing me talking to chat, makes more sense in here than in GCC or the No Crits one, whereas it's, you know, those are people who... It's a different setup, basically.
It's a different environment, I get it.
Yeah. Ah, my dear Liminality, it gladdens me to see you return to Eastern Shores. Also, you get to hear me do my terrible voicing of these people. Okay, the Lord's hat in the back is very weird to me.
It's a very weird hat.
Yeah. As you can see, preparations for our journey are well underway. Partial though I am to the traditional Hingan kimono, if we are to climb a mountain, 'twould be prudent to do so in comfort as well as style. But I presume you would rather discuss matters of a greater import than my attire. Fear not, my capable associates are ready and eager to brief you on the challenge ahead.
Challenge.
Yep, challenge. Like, as far as for the average person, this is a challenge. We have reserved the finest chambers of the inn for the occasion, so let's reconvene away from all the hustle and bustle, shall we? Okay, I want... Like, yes, it's super polygonal and not nearly as great as that meat bun from later, but I still want this food. And now I wonder if this is going to look different in Dawn Trail, or if they're just going to not bother touching up this part. Master Hancock, Master Liminality, we are most grateful for your aid in this matter. I am Tsubaki, and my Onmyoji companion is called Tokimori. We are come to Kagane on behalf of Lord Uzumibi, okay, who presides over Mount Rokon and the surrounding lands. You want Graha's 4K res tacos. Like, we know that's coming. They showed it in the trailer, even though... Like, they show him... I'm not going into it. I'm not going into that now, but it's so weird. His lordship is the one I mentioned in my missive. Hearing of my interest in Far Eastern treasures, he knew at once I would find the lure of the sacred peak irresistible. But I forget that you're not as familiar with these lands as I. Let's begin with the basics and expound upon the finer points as we go. To orient our destination in your mind's eye, we must first review Hingashi's geography. Hi, Byako. Of the many islands which comprise this nation, it is here, on the western coast of Shisu, where Kugane serves as our shining beacon of commerce. Mount Rokon, meanwhile, can be found far from our beloved city of trade, on this other map that is not at all part of what you were dealing with. Here, in the northeastern corner of the isle, or it is the same place. Upon the slopes of the sacred mountain sits Shoujo Temple, a monastery where monks gathered to train their bodies and souls. Alas, in defiance of this holy purpose, a horde of otherworldly demons have claimed the temple as their own. His lordship suspects that a collection of accursed treasures is to blame for this infestation. In the Far East, you see, 'tis believed that well-preserved objects may come to possess living souls after a time. I mean, that's how Susano came to be, and we know this is, actually what happens. These vessels turned kami are known as the Sukukami. Sukumogami. I am adding letters and syllables where they should not be there. A Sukumogami may attract, or even beget, other spirits. These Mononoke clearly have no regard for the sanctity of the mount, and so Lord Uzumibe desires a swift resolution. Exactly! The coach improved it, but they're just turtles. They're not even ninjas. And I mean, they're adults. Can we really trust them? Compassionate soul that I am, I could not bear to stand idly by. But as men of wealth and influence, base altruism is beneath us both. I can't believe he can say this with a straight face. So I offered to aid his lordship in a manner befitting our stations, by brokering a mutually beneficial arrangement. Simply put, should I find a way to rid the mountain of Mononoke, I may lay claim to any accursed treasures I find. One man's trash is another man's Takamaro. That's Hingen for treasure, by the way. Keikaku means plan. That right there is 100% just a Keikaku means plan joke from Koji Fox, isn't it?
Yeah, but at least you can pronounce Keikaku, not what you mangled that word to be.
Yeah, probably. Takaramono. I'm sorry. I did misread it horribly. Oh, and then I missed what you just said because I'm hitting things. Let's see. And here, my friend, is where you come in. During our jaunts to the mountain, you will serve as my bodyguard and slay any monstrous Mononoke we encounter. In exchange, you shall become one of the blessed few to bear witness to the wonders and terrors of Mount Rokon. Fair deal, yes?
No.
You're right.
Nothing to do with Hancock is a fair deal.
I think the only one who's been able to,
duel him to a draw?
Not to a draw, but possibly even beat him at his own game was Tataru.
And she's evil!
Well, yes! Yes! That's true. She is evil. He is just neutral capitalism.
He's FF14 Bastok Hume.
I'll have to take your word for that one. I don't know that person.
It's a sick burn. Don't worry about
it. Okay, yeah. That works. That works. Neutral slimy. Well, here's the thing. There's, the Namazu slimy, and then there's Hancock slimy. Hancock is pretty upfront that he is, going to try to just make as much money as possible, but he will at least be upfront with you about this, to be fair.
Yeah,
It's
but on
like,
the other hand, the Namazu are slimy because they're fish people, whereas Hancock is slimy because he chose that life.
okay, you know what? You got me there. That's our Warrior of Light. I knew you wouldn't disappoint.
I'm not allowed to.
Exactly! You didn't give me an option! You didn't give me the third option! The only way I could have refused was to abandon this quest right there and then. Now, the matter of Liminality's participation is settled. Or now that it is settled, might I inquire to the current owner of these items, Mr. Subaki? Legally obligated to accept quest. I mean, yes, a clean map is a happy map, and you know what? That's one of the things I'm going to do before Dawn Trail on one of these streams. We're doing the post-Moogle stuff finally at some point. The treasures were brought into the temple at the behest of Gori, the head monk. Though his disciples doubt not that his intentions were pure, his actions have brought them great misfortune. Like you, Master Hancock, Gori was an avid collector of antiques and claimed that the Tsukumogami who dwelled within them ought to be worshipped. Driven by this fervent belief, he purchased all manner of items he deemed worthy of veneration. And then he summoned so many primals. So many primals. But as his collection grew, so did certain troubling phenomena. An unholy shadow began to loom over the sacred mountain, and under this wicked veil were the Mononoke emboldened to break their fetters. Fearing for their lives, the monks had no choice but to flee, their home defiled by demons. We could not allow the scourge to spread further, and sent our strongest warriors to slay the fiends, but few returned, knowing that victory could not be attained, not obtained, by our forces alone. Our Lord bade us to employ magics to contain the threat. I hate those slime heads with the spiky mouths and spiky tongues. If it wasn't for the spiky mouths and tongues, I wouldn't mind them, but it's the spikes in their mouths that sort of thing bothers me. Hokimari is one of the valiant few who returned from the temple. 'Tis thanks to his diligent reports that we know aught of Mount Rockin's present state. Our orders were to find Gori and convince him to part ways with his treasures, but our pleas fell on deaf ears. He was like unto an animal. I suspect any semblance of reason has left him. Though the seal we placed upon the mountain endures, the Mononoke have had ample time to corrupt the souls of those who could not make good their escape. I understand what they're going for here, but I hate the way that sentence reads. Should you encounter any survivors, do not show them a modicum of mercy. 'Tis too late. Yeah, kill them all. I don't care if they seem like they're innocent. Just clean house. I'm not at all trying to cover something up here. We have prepared our strongest falcons. Their keepers shall await you by the Bokaisen hot springs. Bokaisen. I'm still pronouncing that wrong, but whatever. And we'll summon the birds once your preparations are complete. A word of caution. The falcons fear the Mononoke and will refuse to fly close to the temple. They shall bring you to the foot of the mountain, but no further. Beyond that point, you will have to climb. And here's the reason why they can't just do the thing everyone argued about the Lord of the Ring Eagles of just, why not just drop us at Mount Doom? Many thanks, friends. Now then, if we are to depart soon, I think it best we feast to our heart's content. One cannot slay demons on an empty stomach. I mean, if Dungeon Meshi has taught us anything, Dungeon Meshi, Delicious in Dungeon, whatever you want to call it, that is true. If you are hungry, the red dragon will kill you. Because you don't have the energy to fight it. My thanks once again for your assistance. Master Hancock has some business matters to attend to before your expedition. Once you're ready, I shall summon him. I feel compelled to warn you. Even at times of peace, the climb up Mount Rockin is not for the faint of heart. Excuse me. I suggest you procure sufficient provisions if you have not yet done so, and ensure that your equipment is in working order. Got it. Make sure you got food, make sure you got pots, make sure you're repaired. Standard raids pre-check.
Except this shit's a walk in the park.
Oh, well, yeah. I look.
I'm looking.
I'm still appreciative of we're acknowledging this is the standard check that you should do before you go into content of any form, really. Especially the repair check. Tokimori's disciples have been tasked with maintaining the mountain's wards. They will open the way for you upon your arrival. Speak with our falconer when you wish to depart. Though I must remain here, I shall be praying for your success. And the variant dungeon is finally unlocked.
Just leave me over here doing squats.
I don't even know where you are. Oh, there you are. I don't think I need Rampart, because you're going to be here.
I don't think you need it either. I'm bringing Cure and the Spirit Dart.
I can't bring the Spirit Dart. I don't need Ultimatum. I don't think I should need the Raise, but... Yeah,
Take
I guess...
Raise or Rampart, like...
Yeah. You know what? I'll take the Rampart. Rampart and heal.
That way you can survive the Tank Buster.
Exactly.
Or at least ignore the raid one. Should have come as Samurai, obviously.
Oh, you know you're right. You're right. Is it too late now? Does it let you do that in here? I assume it doesn't. It does! Okay.
Yeah, I'm lazy.
I forgot it let you do this.
Alright, you want to follow Hancock?
I mean, we might as well for the first path. I will say this start part at least does feel like they were trying to go for similar to what Guild Wars 2 did with their dungeons, but at the same time, I do appreciate that this is basically just weave out, weave in, weave out, weave in. A path straight up the Holy Mount, is it? How refreshingly dangerous.
Going as spicy as I can.
That's fair.
Pretty sure it's just single packs, though.
Oh yeah, it's a variant, so... Besides, this will let me get... It's been a while since I played this class. Right, I cast Tank Buster.
I don't like those noises.
Of the Seedkins?
Yeah. Those were very bad noises.
It could have been worse. But yeah. Well, Hancock probably said something, but you know what? It's his fault for being too far behind that I didn't get to see it. Oh, right. Right. I have a show button that actually would hit all of them.
Aha,
missed my
there's our
sticker.
quarry, is what he said.
Ah, okay. Oh, you know what would help? If I brought my chat window back up.
Sure would be nice if these spawned in any reasonable amount of time.
I mean, they're technically there, it's just they're untargetable because Hancock needs to say whatever he's saying. Okay. I do like how the song is super peaceful and started peaceful, but is also ramping up in speed a little bit. It's a neat rendition of the Doma Castle theme. Why are Dogu here?
I don't know.
Let's remove it. Clearly nothing bad will come from this. Also,
Forgive me for being curious.
of how there's just a hot springs here. I do wonder if you could have... This is probably in relation to however you get to the secret boss.
Or one of the alternate paths.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Random Ninja.
That was 6 mudras.
Well, clearly, we're just getting a sign as to, you know, what ninjas are getting next expansion. Oh, man. Oh, right. Got it. Got it. I was not paying enough attention to the fact that it was showing all of these different things. Okay. So I'm guessing water was that cone and wind is just the tornado AoE. Yeah, how about no? Apparently my, arm's length was denied.
Shock. I am not shocked.
They know it exists, so now they code around it.
Mm-hmm. Ah, that's the education part. I get it. Both cones, then dynamo, then out.
Or, you know.
I know, but
But it's
I
still...
read it, so
Yeah.
you're going to learn it.
Yeah, so it's still good to know. Alright, personal spoils. Oh boy! A magic prism. Woo. I admit, I don't care about magic prisms that much in this game. Some of them are maybe neat, but just... they're so underwhelming when you get one. Trying to remember where the heck my stun button was. Now I remember. I'm sorry, was it just a pile of leaves was what was blocking us?
Just a fucking pile of leaves.
Goodbye, Wreck Defense. I'm sorry. Stone of Protection.
Yeah, stones of protection.
I'm going to interact with this. There. It's cleaned.
Okay. You want to do the rest of these?
Sure.
Make sure there's none on the back path.
Oh, yeah, no, that's... I went back as far as I could.
Mm-hmm.
I love casting Tank Buster. You know, this actually isn't a bad level of content to do to get, like, a base. Come on, Leaf Pile. Hancock, please stop making the Leaf Pile block us. Thank you. But this content honestly wouldn't be too bad as a... I'm trying to get used to class X, Y, or Z.
Mm-hmm.
Because if nothing else, the bosses in here do have more mechanics than your standard dungeon boss does.
Yep. The trash in here do have more mechanics.
Yeah? By virtue of having any.
Having mechanics.
I do want more things that are other than just dodge the circle from some trash. Like, even if it is, hey, I'm going to do a cone facing this... Well, I don't know how to describe it, but... Hey, 2 sets of personal spoils. I'm sad we can't go to the giant stone.
It needs to be cleaned.
I know! I thought I got all of the others.
That's the other path.
Ah, I guess that makes sense. Right, it's only 2 bosses! I forgot about that part.
Where'd that sword in you go? I want that sword, goddammit. I like swords.
Hopefully he drops it, though probably not.
Alright, let's fuck him up.
I don't remember how the rotation on this class goes.
Right round, baby.
Like a record. Okay, that's not a halfway.
That's cool.
Yeah, actually. Like, that's the other thing. The mechanics in dungeons don't have to be hard. They just have to look neat.
And be a cool stacking of effects.
Mm-hmm.
More Rube Goldberg machines.
I wonder. I'm sorry, is it the crystal theme?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
3 shots. The last shot sets off the leftovers.
And I'm expecting them to... Yeah, oh, nope, that's bigger than I thought. That was bigger than I expected.
I can't get you.
That's on me for not realizing...
You know what?
How many bone stacks will it take?
I could heal and make it 8.
Oh, there you go. That's a good overlap.
I got this. I got the 7. Yeah, okay. I probably could have. No, I'm not gonna solo it.
Oh, a new A. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, I recognize the basic design, but I could not tell you what it was. All right, now I know. Next time, just hit Rampart if I'm unsure of how big the AOE is going to be.
You weren't before?
No, because I actually forgot that it existed. Hi, phone.
Hi, phone.
Was it coming through?
Oh no, God no.
Okay.
I'll explain later.
No, I just have never known whether or not my phone actually bleeds through
Exploding counterclockwise. Please tell me that was right.
Yes.
Ha ha! You can't be taught.
Now I want to play the marble game again. The alchemy marble game.
Opus Magnum.
Yeah. I'm sad that the other one that I tried I thought was going to be up my alley. It was not as enjoyable.
It was not. Alright, last one's north-south again.
Oh! But it's rotating differently this time. In fact, it's not rotating, it's kind of alternating. Also, I keep on doing the... Actually, I haven't even been worrying about my positionals, I'm now realizing, but I don't have to anyway.
Nah.
Why take damage when you can just shrug it off, right?
I'm not rolling my shoulder about it, but... I'm the shield healer now. Interesting. I'm assuming it's Exaflares. Oh no, okay.
No!
Perhaps it's dead.
It's just Fuck you, lasers!
I missed you, Magitech bits.
Oh God! They just do. Okay, okay.
This is very good.
Yes, it is. Like, again, this isn't too bad, but it's also like this sort of stuff is kind of what I want to see more of in the dungeons.
Yeah.
I'm expecting this to radiate outwards.
Radiate.
Did not radiate the way I was expecting.
I'm a wizard.
Man, I'm so bad at keeping this rotation, but whatever. He's dead. Oh,
right,
it was going to be... Was it going to be the sets of 3 plus all of those?
No, that was just counterclockwise.
Oh, okay.
It said once on instead of thrice on.
Miss, tell us about ravenous rampage across the countryside, have appetite for mortal flesh. She's also said that its harrowing cry is a harbinger of misfortune. But I say we should consider ourselves lucky lucky to have a chance chanced upon a living legend. Why am I reading this so badly? As for what freed it from its lithic bonds, perhaps the revelry of its fellow Mononoke roused its fighting spirit. Alas, the beast held no treasure of Gorais, but fret not. I shall make do with what we have here and claim a suitable souvenir. Though our hike was fraught with peril, 'twas exhilarating in equal measure. Well, I'm glad that he enjoyed it. Like, these are simple, but that's all I need it to be. Just simple with a little bit of, just a little bit of spice. That's all I need. Just a little spice in the dungeons. Full glad I am to see you hale and whole. I espied Master Hancock's falcon in the distance, but its movements appeared awfully erratic. But we can but hope they land safely. Wow. I think the problem is I'm trying to read this too quickly.
Yeah, man, slow down.
Oh, he brought back a wooden box. That's definitely not dangerous. Terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting. Our souvenir was a tad more cumbersome than I realized. But as you can see, we are none the worse for my misjudgment. Indeed you are not, Master Hancock. My lord will be pleased to hear of your return. And your success, I presume? 'Twas Liminality's victory as much as my own. But then, I knew a few demons would be no match for a slayer of gods such as he. Hancock,
Gonna have that removed from my titles when I get home. I love that book.
Wait, what book?
One of the Belgarian, or Mallorean, technically.
Okay. Honestly, for all its perils, I found the journey quite invigorating. Am I giving Hancock Garl's voice?
Yeah,
okay.
And he seems a little lighter than Garl. In all manner of, like...
Yeah. Though, Garl was best character in that game. The path was as precarious as we predicted. Inexperienced hiker that I am, I feared I would not reach its peak. Yet my suffering was not in vain. When at last I gazed down upon the sea of fiery foliage, my spirit soared. Less pleasing to the eye was the beast we encountered at the end of our excursion, though in retrospect, we should have braced for such a surprise, tucked away atop the mountain where unwary pilgrims are unlike to tread. In any case, The people of Shisu can rest easy, knowing a great Mononoke has been consigned to oblivion. He has the sword, I bet. He somehow found the sword. But we, my friend, have moms to go before we sleep. There are several paths we eschewed, were there not? The mind races to imagine what other delights we may yet behold. Indeed, a number of treasures remain unaccounted for, and the demons are like to linger until their masters are slain. Precisely. But take heart, Mistress Subuki, for liminality shall not rest until these— Don't you dare speak! I mean, you're probably right, but don't you dare! Shall not rest until these villains trouble the small folk no longer. He shall slay 40 again and again until the— He shall
Sally forth.
How did I combine Sally Forth into Slay for? I know exactly how. I combined, like, I know exactly what my eyes did there, at least this time. He shall sally forth again and again until the treasures which drew them thither, not tither, have been secured, and my new collection is complete. At least for Sally Forth and Slay 40, I thought he was going to say shall slay 40, and then another 40, and then another 40. Alas, time waits for no man, and business for no merchant. I must away, but when you next wish to take Mount Rokon by storm, you only need say the word. Before you do, however, you might consider sharing the tale of our exploits with Mistress Shallowmore. The missive I received indicated a rather strong preference in that regard. Alright, I'm going to go do business now. Okay, that mask is just a weird... that hat thing that I thought was a hat is just a very weird fox mask. Okay, that makes more sense now. Isn't it great being able to listen real time as I horribly misread things? Also, if anyone watching wants to join for something, please feel free to let me know.
Save me.
Save you from my horrible misreading?
Just go slower.
Oh, even going slower, I was still going to end up reading it that way. Because I know exactly what my brain did. It transposed letters on me. I doubt I'd fare well against demons, but I do like the sound of that mountain. Green as far as the eye can... I'm sorry, that mountain was very not green. It was very, like, fall foliage. Fall state, wasn't it? Very brown?
Yeah,
and
because
like...
that's the path we took.
Okay.
We probably missed the green paths.
Fair enough. It's just weird of... Green? What are you talking about? There was a lot of oranges and browns. Still pretty.
Oh, you picked the suck path, I see.
Bah, but no need to bemoan my lot in your presence. I suspect Osmond's been weighing your return more eagerly than I. Go on and tell him your tales of the mountain. I guarantee he'll love every word. AKA... shop open. Oh, no, this is unlocking Criterion, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
finishing the thing with her unlocks the shop.
Okay. Yep, all the gleaners go there. Look, you are basically the Wandering Minstrel take 2.
No. Key baby.
Okay, Wandering Minstrel's apprentice. I do enjoy that the 16 crossover event was basically, oh yeah, you know all those Savage things that were and Ultimates that were just him weaving a story? No, he's literally shoving you in there. You are actually being transported into these worlds because he is singing this song. Have
Unless
fun.
he hasn't been doing that, and he just did it this time because he had a link to another world.
Either way, I don't like this. I don't like this connotation. I don't like either of
Or
these
he
connotations.
hasn't been doing it because he's lazy and just letting us do it.
That also.
Oh, cool. I got the Shishio card.
Right. There are cards in here. Maybe that should be another thing I work on. How many of those am I missing, I wonder?
That could be an interesting wander around and do stream. Especially because it gives you a lot of opportunity to chat.
Yeah?
And complain.
Oh,
You love
yeah,
the
definitely.
complaining.
Definitely the complaining.
Alo alo.
Oh, this is the other one. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, we might as well get this one done as well. It was written by Passoon, a Thavnarian alchemist, on behalf of an acquaintance of yours. What was his name again? Ah, yes! Matsya. Rings familiar, I hope. I know I'm mispronouncing this name. Good. It seems your fisher friend is in a spot of trouble, and this Passoon believes you're the one to get him out of it. That is, of course,
an A in the middle.
Passasun. Is that more correct?
Closer. I don't know what it actually is. I'm just
Okay.
saying you're missing an A in the middle, and
I can see why as well, because it's just that's getting. I know I definitely have some level of dyslexia, and it's definitely just squishing and shoving these things around sometimes.
I don't like the idea of dyslexia squishing. Don't. No,
Okay.
Never again.
Anyway, assuming we have room in our schedule, he don't want me to peddle his wares again, does he?
Who doesn't want you to peddle their wares?
Telegy Adelegy. He's
He would absolutely endorse you like a sports star.
You know,
if he weren't currently in half.
Well, I was going to say, I think he might be holding a little bit of a grudge out of the, slight misstep of a haircut he got.
We didn't kill him.
You're right. You're right. We didn't. But God, I still love that scene of, oh, good. He deserves this.
I think they're cowards for unwriting the purge, but
yeah. Though I do enjoy they unwrote the purge, but then they also went with, you know what? Fine, I won't try to turn this from a monarchy into a democracy. I'm going to play your game now. You're going to hate me for playing your game now.
Except they don't. It's just business as usual. It's
doing
anything.
Yeah, no, that's what she was going to try to do, and that was who is the guy? Is it Lola Rito is the one who's still alive? Yeah, he was like, okay, cool. I can go back to making money. I don't care about this.
They're trying to low-key sell capitalism as a good thing, and I'm over here like, yeah, sure, but not like this.
Yeah. No, like, the only one of the, on the Syndicate who could maybe do that would maybe be Godbert, and even then it's okay, you're definitely that. Yes, you have some altruistic things, but also...
Godbert produces.
True. He does actually produce with his money.
Benefits. He actually, produces a product. I'm not going to give someone shit for producing a product.
He produces a bunch. He actually produces he isn't just a middleman, and he does do some altruistic things. Like, to be fair, out of all the you are a rich person who has way more money than you should, he's probably the closer to the this is what I would want someone who is this rich to actually be doing stuff with their money.
Yeah, but it's just I can't fault him because we don't see what anybody else does except for shady backroom deals. And then there's Godbird who like makes shit and
Yeah.
goes around making people make shit. So
And seeing it being, oh, hey, you need a job? Yeah, that's like half the reason why the gold saucer exists, to give people jobs.
yeah, that's cool, awesome, great. Boon to the community. Awesome. I'll be right back.
Okay. Where is... In here. Here we go. Also, this one I can be a dancer for. Dancer fits better for Thavnair stuff. Oh, you must be Liminality. Have the Gleaner sent you here? Very good. You have no idea how relieved I am that you've come. As you may have guessed, I am Passason. I work as an alchemist here at the Great Work. My goal is to never be turned into an alchemist. And Matsya is one of my oldest and dearest friends. His problem which has... His is a problem which has proven most... Slow down, as Betrayer said. His is a problem which has proven quite difficult to unravel. Nevertheless, he is loath to ask you for help. And so I took it upon myself to reach out to you without his knowledge, for both his sake and the sake of the little one fate has brought into our lives. Right. He saved the baby. He saved the baby during the final year, or final days. He'll be along soon to sell his most recent catch, which should prove the perfect opportunity to convince him that we require your aid. We'll be sure to catch his attention if we wait outside. Follow me. And yeah, I've got... Actually, you know what? After this cutscene, I'm going to go ahead and update my thing of what Triad cards I have. So I can make sure which ones I still need to collect and not. Is that... Liminality? Why, I didn't know you and Passasun were acquainted. Master Messiah, who is this mighty hunter? His arms are thick, mighty roots, unlike Passasun's limp seaweed limbs, which shrivel in the sun.
Yes, the shit-talking bird.
The shit-talking... Is that a puffin?
Yeah, probably.
I would have you know I'm an alchemist by trade. I work with my mind, not my body. And need I remind you, it was my knowledge which allowed me to nurse you back to health. Surely a little respect isn't too much to ask. When they said the little one, I didn't think they were talking about this bird. I thought they were talking about the baby from the final days that looked like it was about to turn into one of the blasphemies. That baby didn't turn into a blasphemy, I think, right? No, I don't remember.
I don't believe so. I believe it was the symbol of hope for a future.
Okay. By the look on your face, I take it you understood Kalkia's commentary. This is the lil one I mentioned to you before. In spite of his forthright nature, Matsya and I have become quite taken with him. Also, I enjoy how he said that I look like I am strong, while Passasun looks spindly, when it's... I'm sorry, I look more I look more lanky than he does. I apologize for contacting Liminality without consulting you beforehand. I know you didn't want to burden him with these troubles, but I'm afraid I see no other recourse. You know, I appreciate the... I know this guy. He's kind of my friend. I really don't want to trouble him with my stuff. I appreciate
He's
someone
busy.
who actually is reserved about this. Well,
It's
since
nice
you...
to be properly appreciated.
Yes, yes. Well, since you've come all this way, I suppose it would be foolish of me not to tell you everything. That is, of course, if you would like to hear it. Very well. Several days ago, I found this tiny bird on the shore, breathing faintly and unconscious. Passasun and I took him in and watched over him day and night, unsure if he would ever awake. For a mercy, he did. And then, to our surprise, he spoke. Go to the southern isles. What isles are these, you may wonder? Kalika, would you explain? Certainly, Master Matsaya. Your wish is my command. We're going over to this little legendary creature right here. You have it as a mount. The South Isles. I believe your kind call them. Remote and mysterious, 'tis said. But we're going to these ones over here, not the ones that got uncovered. I hail from there, from one in the west, by the name of Alo. It was home to people thousands of years ago, of whom now no trace remains, save for a grand shrine and a great statue of the speaker enshrined within. The statue was embedded with a glorious gemstone, which bestowed vitality and beauty to the island. Nowhere else did the nature thrive so. Long after the builders vanished, none... Where did I read none from? Others would cross the sea to bask in this bounty. You keep saying it, and I keep not doing it, but I do need to slow down. However, a century ago, from atop... There is no atop there. From the ocean deep, rolling flames burst forth, forcing the residents of Alo to flee, and so the animals, who no longer had to fear the hunter's arrow, laid claim to the island's gifts. As Alo healed, ravenous beasts grew plentiful, and the rivers became choked with fish. They breed and feast unchecked, and not even the speaker's blessings can forestall the island's gradual descent. Okay, yes, I did read that correctly. I was starting to think maybe I didn't. Into a barren waste. You see, sometimes things need to be culled, because otherwise the entire ecosystem dies. This is what this entire thing is trying to tell us, isn't it? As the speaker's servant, it fell to me to go forth and save my dear home, so I rode the waves upon a floating coconut in search of a mighty hunter. The best of rafts, a coconut. Although the ocean could have swallowed me whole at any moment, I looked to the horizon without fear. I had faith that the speaker would guide me true, and I was right. Master Matsuya is the very hunter who will save Alo. You see now the source of my distress. The very thought of facing ravenous beasts makes my trunk shiver in fear. But you could be the hunter our little friend seeks, and sate your hunger for exploration besides. Admittedly, I did not ask because I thought such a trifling task would be beneath you, but... You had me at Grand Shrine. Look, the fact that you actually are respecting my time means I am going to be happier and more willing to help you. If you are as accomplished as Master Matsuya says, I would welcome you to Alo Alo with open wings. There is one catch, however. Master Matsuya...
Catch.
Say again?
Get it? Catch.
I mean, because we need to catch... Look, we need to catch a few things. We're not releasing, though. There's no catch and release this time. It's catch and feast. Master Matsuya must come, you see. The speaker guided me to his embrace, and that is a sign I cannot ignore. Poor Matsuya. I really don't want to do this. I am not cut out for this.
It's not his jam.
I mean, I don't blame him. He's just a fisherman. And merchant, but look, a lot of fishermen are also merchants to peddle the fish that they, catch. I have ever a soft spot for small, defenseless creatures, and while I am no man of action, I possess knowledge of the South Seas which may put wind to your sails, as it were. Many of the fish native to the Isles are prized for their rare properties and would make a fine gift for any alchemist. Nidhana would be most impressed if you were to brave unknown waters and bring her a few. Gift? For Nidhana? Nidhana is the alchemist who helped us make the scales, I'm guessing, right? I don't remember her name, but I'm guessing that's who it is. Yes! I'll go and find the plumpest fish I can find! As for you, Liminality, it seems I must burn you with my troubles after all. I know it's a lot to ask, but please, travel with me to Alo Alo Island. Look, you had me at Great Shrine! Master Matsuya, you wear resolve well. Every moment I became more certain of your success. Become, not became. Now, let us depart before this swell of courage recedes. Alo Alo is south from here, as the albatross flies. You will know it by the unusually lush canopies. No, Kalika, you must stay here. The wounds you suffered have yet to heal. Rather presumptuous of you to command me thus. But you are right. I can scarcely lift my wings for the pain. Fear not. Your instructions were more than clear enough to guide Liminality and Matsuya to Alo Alo Island. Well, I think Betrayer will be back later. Since I can't accompany you, I'll see to the commissioning of a vessel for your voyage. Once you're ready to depart, let's rendezvous at I'm not even going... I butchered it enough. I am not butchering that word, that name anymore. I'm sorry, who are these people spying on us here? Are we going to have a Team Rocket situation going on? Did you hear that, Zozone? A jewel bigger than you, just waiting for someone to sail to that island and give it a new home. I can't say I made out every bit, Jahimi, but I got the salient points. Treasure in the South Sea Isles, right for a pluck-in, eh? Not A, I. Alright, well, hopefully, once I see Betrayer's back in, Voice General, I'll bring him back in. Actually, I should just make a roll for people who can join live later. Seems you're on to something with this wild tugboat chase. I'm sorry, this is Ozone. What's Burm? Rumors of wild riches rarely pay off this well. Aye, but a lot might be after the same thing. We'd be in for some competition. No need to get your small clothes in a twist over one fisherman and his hired help. These ears aren't just for show, you know. I heard them spill the exact location. This score smells bigger than Melvan's Gate 1. I'll wager we'll be richer than kings. Then the Melvan's Gate 1. Meh. Get your gear in order, you two. We're commandeering the first skiff we lay eyes on. I enjoy how the Rogan is like, I really don't want to do this. Alright, Betrayer's there. Welcome back. Before we actually start this, I'm going to do 2 quick things.
Yeah.
One thing is making it so you can just join live next time.
Well,
I'll do that later. That's going to take too long. No, the other thing I'm going to do, actually, because I want to do it before I forget again, is update this card tracker, because I know I've got some of these. Number 309. Or, not 309, 390. Oh, I finally got the Warrior of Light at some point. Hot dang. Oh, right, because it was 100 tomestones, and I went and bought it with that.
makes sense to me. Hi, Leo.
Oh, is Leo here? Let me bring this thing up because I just hit everything. This is not the one to bring up. Hey, Leo. Hope things are going well. Hope the crunchy brain isn't so bad. As you said on the other one. Also,
Pour milk on it.
I enjoy how this tracker doesn't have Clive, but at the same time, like, Clive was not expected. Here we go. Asura. 3-8. I don't have 3-8. Triple Triad Trader. Okay, I just have to go buy that one. This is the island. Zero Miss. We've got. Aglaya, we've got. Durante, we've got. Athena. Where's Athena? Where's Athena on this list? I must have marked her off already. Okay. Athena is 68. And yeah, okay. I've updated this thing appropriately. Oh, but 62. Yep, okay, okay. That's the one I need to do Orthos for. Alright, let's go ahead and bring back this so I can see chat better.
You don't do that.
Look, I want to bring it back so I can see things. Like Leo saying that he's getting milk and mini donuts. Ooh. I hope the mini donuts are good.
Thanks for just skirting over the implied murder.
Look. I don't. I didn't even register you were talking about drowning in an inch of milk. That might not even be what you mean.
The mustache will be a tell.
Just suddenly growing a handlebar mustache?
No, the milk mustache on the murder victims.
Oh. Got it, your calling card. There you are.
Strike again.
There you are. Did you spy the commotion on your way here? Seems a trio of masked scoundrels absconded with one of the smaller ships. The Radiant host is attempting to track them down, but the sea is vast, and the thieves long gone. Let us give thanks they did not choose our vessel. Ah, yes. Machio wanted me to tell you that he has returned to Akyali to wrap up some loose ends with his work while you make ready to depart. Now that you've arrived, I shall send word. Kalika and I may be staying behind. That doesn't mean we can't make ourselves useful. We've given the skipper direction to Alo Alo Island, and she is confident that she can deliver you there without issue. The rest depends on you, my friend. I'm also realizing another one of the reasons why I miss reading so badly. Because in school, I got yelled at for reading too slowly, so my brain just started auto-completing what it thinks the next word is going to be.
Yeah, school's wrong.
Yeah. To be fair, the autocomplete is right about 60% of the time.
Uh-huh.
It's just the other 40%
I
of the
don't
time.
give a shit if you get a wrong article. It's when you get sentence requiring verbs and nouns wrong that makes it like,
Yeah.
oh, that's not at all what he meant to, like, imply.
Yeah. Like, Sally Forth. Slay 40.
Yeah.
And now, Beachside Adventure. Hey, Cranky, welcome. I hope things are going well with you. And as always, if you're just lurking, no worries. If you do want to join for something, though, let me know. And once we're done with this, like it has up top, if anyone wants to join, just let me know, and I'll let you know where to wait for us. 3 paths forward. Which shall we take? Well, it's our first time, so we'll go down whichever one he recommends. Why is it always the rightmost one?
It's your first time.
Well, yes.
I'm into this one.
I see we're of the same mind. Our adventure starts off on the right foot. I see what you did there. I see what you did there, Matsuya.
Says that if you go to the left, you don't.
I can believe it, but I'm still going to go with it being intentional. People once lived here, and people build near the best fishing spots. And look at all the birds! Okay, maybe it's just because it's an island, and maybe it's the music, but all of a sudden I have an urge to play Animal Crossing now. It could also be because the newer Animal Crossing just starts you off on a deserted island. But at the same time, I like Animal Crossing, but I just cannot... I can't sit down and play it anymore because of the way it wants you to play it. And I don't like doing the time travel shenanigans. That's a very wriggly tree.
Yeah, the coconut. Deadliest coconut.
Yeah?
This is the thing Rhoda posted a picture of.
Yeah, no, you pointed that out, and that was, oh, right, Rhoda linked this thing. Also, I saw a thread on Reddit that was earlier today that they were complaining about Eureka versus Boja stuff. And, of course, there's a ton of things of, oh, Eureka's better, oh, Boja is better. But I will definitely agree with this one point. Eureka was prettier to look at. It at least had 4 different biomes versus, understandably, for Boja, I'm not going to flack it for this, but Boja was, oh, battle-scarred field. But, you know, it makes sense because it's a battle-scarred field.
I don't know. I'd much rather be like fighting Garleans than having a
Oh, hey, fallen statue.
having a problem with monsters that are just living their fucking lives. Like, I'd rather fight the 9-year-old with the quantum physics books than the monster who's just doing his reps.
Or the one who's just, you know...
Snarling, he's sneezing!
Man, Men in Black 1 is such a good movie. I don't know if the effects have held up, but the rest of it definitely... Is Axe a circle, or... No, that's going to be... Yeah, okay.
Bullshit.
Doing Devastate, not a Cyclone. Oh, hi, Dancer.
I'm a wizard.
You're a wizard every minute, right?
Mm-hmm.
Were you a wizard every... Yeah, wait, weren't you a wizard every minute before as well?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I had more wizarding opportunities. There's 2 less casts per minute on average.
Oh, I thought I got out of that one. Also, when he gained those blades, my brain immediately went to Zoids. Liger Zero was neat.
Hey, look what you did.
Oh, great, I made some gaze statues.
Uh-huh.
I do still like the... You do something, and it either changes the path, or it changes what the boss is doing. Like, sure, if they put this in a normal dungeon, it would largely end up it would largely be 90% of groups do X because it's the simpler one. But it still would potentially have variance because it's, oh, none of this really matters which one you do. Take whatever you want. Where will we run to? We will run to murder. Good fishing awaits, everybody.
Uh-huh. Matsuya's existence is a sin.
Why so?
Fishing.
Oh, okay, fair. Also, hi? I know all of this island's secret of secrets.
There's a decision to make.
Well, go on. Don't keep them to yourself. Yes, I know where great riches are kept. I can guide you there with a snap of my fingers. Let's get tricked by the Fae, everybody. So, we're going to the worst possible place, I assume. Are we even on the same isle? And where did that fairy go? Look, we've dealt with the Fae before. We know exactly what they're about. So, is that thing a whichever one of us talks to it first gets their option? Okay.
Yeah, that's why I held back and
That is one... If they put this type of thing into a dungeon, that is one thing I might want of... Like, for the entrance, it's a vote and then RNG based off of... The one with the least votes can still win because it seems like it's just a weighted RNG. She dropped whoopee cushions with stickers of her face on it. That's amusing.
That's why I was running around.
Look, at least she's not trying to drown us like the, what was it, the Fwa? Granted,
Yeah.
they didn't know we can breathe underwater.
Yeah. I just know what's next, and so...
And so you are just waiting. Also, I see there's a second path that would bring us here as well.
All paths lead to Rome.
I am also enjoying just the chill island music right now. That is very unfitting for combat.
It is for combat with shit we ain't gotta worry about.
I mean, you know, you're right.
After the end singer, this is all a vacation.
I'm okay if they are properly, power scaling back, and supposedly there was a interview with Yoshi P where he said, yeah, I kind of just want to do a lighthearted story. I've done 3 dark stories in a row now. I want something lighthearted again. That's a dartboard. This is just pure fun and games.
Did you not see the cannons?
No, I saw them. Also, I enjoy how this fairy is a machinist.
It's a good gun. It's a nice gun.
Yes, it is. It's time for a birthday party. Oh, hi, mine.
Uh-huh. I'm pretty sure stepping in it triggers the alternate part of this fight.
Yeah, I kind of figured, but look, I'll worry about that later. Hi, Balloon. Excuse me? Why did it have a line AoE?
Because there was a spike on the side.
Oh, and it went into
Ethereal Lance was the dart, yeah.
Okay. They're graceful in all things, especially reloading. I gotta remember, the fairies are... Okay!
Which ones were real?
That's a good question.
3 and 4 were fakes.
Okay, I didn't even notice.
Watch.
Two, 3, and 4. Now I see what it is. Okay. I'm glad it also has a audio cue with it. The fake ones have like the a slide whistle. Hi. That is the slowest rotation I think I have seen for one of these.
Yeah.
But because it's so slow, that actually potentially makes it a little more dangerous if you don't get in that area fast. That's a lot of whoopee cushions that want to fall down. Does it... Cushions your fall. Okay. Look, she just wants to have... They just want to have fun.
You gotta push it.
But to what?
Blue.
Because blue. Got it.
Because it's the one without a symbol in the middle.
Oh. Okay. That makes sense then.
I try for that. Were you doing any dances at that point? Because something was pushing it into the wall.
Oh, it's because I was hitting it. I saw it was targetable, so I started hitting it. 4 and 5. I do enjoy how it just is, hey, we're literally just going to completely obliterate the middle with this, by the way. Just perfectly. Look, she's not, they're not dead, they're just unconscious. It's just like with Pokemon, they're knocked out, not killed.
I mean, they're already dead children.
I mean, yeah. Let that be a lesson in proper manners. Oh, wow, they did... Matsuya did luck out with their fishing spot, didn't they? Fairy's chamber was full of odd... I don't know if even tools would be the right word for them. What are you catching? Is it a treasure chest? It's a shoe covered in moss. That didn't happen overnight. You think it belonged to the fairy? No, probably not. Either way, I owe you thanks for accompanying me on this journey. And since I still can see more fish in the water... well, of course there are more fish. You didn't catch a fish yet. You caught a boot. Don't tell me you've been selling boots as fish. It's hard to sell a boot as a fish.
I don't know. There's some people looking for soul food.
I mean...
Don't
look,
give me that one.
Look. Good soul food is actually very tasty. Though I admit, I'm not a fan of collard greens. Welcome back, Liminality. Your journey to the island has left you none the worse for wear. I'm pleased to see. While I cannot wait to hear the full account, I'm sure you wish to take your ease after such a... That was not trying, that was fun. Matsuya has gone ahead to find a place where we can sit and converse in peace. Let us go to him. Oh, thank you for actually bringing me there. Now that we're all comfortable, pray, tell us of your experiences in Alo Alo. There was danger and death around every corner, though that rather grim aspect was mitigated somewhat by the incredible beauty. I'm now realizing those 3 Team Rocket people are probably one on each path, isn't it? We were making our way through the ruins of a settlement when we were accosted by some sort of fairy. I worry her mocking laughter will haunt my dreams for nights to come. Ah! I know this distasteful creature. She's a creation of others who settled on Alo Alo long after the ancients had vanished. The travelers came from a distant land called Nim. Oh, God! A once prosperous nation that was in its twilight. They sought refuge in the southern islands, for they had once been home to their forebears, they claimed. So she was a Lalafell then.
Or something summoned there.
Or something summoned there. At that point, if it was... Right, fairy. She's just a leftover lily. Ah. So clearly I should have gone scholar then. That would be amusing if that actually had a different dialogue choice, or dialogue effect. It was a journey full of twists, turns, and fish besides. I'm glad I was compelled to embark on it with... Yeah, I did read that correctly. On it with liminality, but gladder still to be home. I trust you understand this would but the first of many, yes? A single hunt will not suffice to keep Alo Alo's many predators in check. Do not forget its waters are teeming with fish rare and remarkable, like that boot! No one's ever seen a moss-covered boot before! All of which would make fine gifts for your dear Nidhana. So please...
Like that boot!
Yes, exactly! Like that boot! It's perfectly sized! Or it, honestly, the moss might have real good alchemical properties in it, let's be honest.
Be my alchemical Cinderella.
Yes! You must promise me that this expedition will not be your last. Yes, of course. But I wouldn't dare brave Alo Alo alone. Liminality, I hate to impose upon you further, but I would be most grateful to have your resolute company again, for Kalika and Nidhana both. Oh, thank you. Thank you. With luck, your appetite for adventure will be sated. I know mine will be 1,000 times over. I only hope other treasure hunters haven't caught wind of the island's many curiosities. Those ruffians we faced and the wooden beast they set upon us were complications I'd rather not contend with again. So I'm assuming this dialogue is actually different depending on which path you went, unlike the last one. Well, no, the last one did mention the boss. It was just the, oh yeah, it was the thing afterwards of the, oh yeah, it was green for all to see when there was no greenery to be had. People in Alo Alo? How odd! To say nothing of this wooden beast, to command such construct requires an intimate knowledge of Arcanima. Thank you, Arcanima. My brain was horribly getting ready to butcher that. So, wait, isn't that not alchemist? Arcanist. Arcanist.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense because they are the ones that deal with the magical creatures, or they used to. Perhaps these thieves you encountered were a step above common riffraff. Perhaps they lurked in the shadow as I spoke carelessly of Alo Alo's secrets.
Yeah, it's your fault.
Exactly. It's all the Puffin's fault. The stolen ship from before. I'll report this to the Radiant Host just in case Kalika's hunch is correct. Say again, Betrayer? Sorry, I cut you off there.
No.
Fair enough. I need to make sure I delay a little bit next time. Thank you, Passasun. Whoever they are, we must see them in chains before they defile my home again. Oh, if only my wings were healed, I would give them a buffeting they would not soon forget. Now, enough talk of adventure. My fish won't sell themselves. I am hoping
Wouldn't that be nice?
I mean, yeah, it would. Thank you, Liminality, for everything. Especially for keeping Matsuya safe. For my part, I must write down your tale before it fades from my memory. Who knows? My record may prove useful when you next visit Alo Alo Island. I take it you'll be returning to Old Charlian soon. When you do, please give Shalomore my regards. But yeah, I know they're not going to give us the choose what path you want to go in normal dungeons. They're going to keep that as part of the variant dungeons. Unless they just... Oh, that would be neat. If they just have one of the required MSQ dungeons be a variant dungeon.
Yeah. Wouldn't suck.
Oh, right. Old Charlian. Sorry, doggo. I went in mount mode, and now you have to get desummoned because mounts are not allowed over here.
You monster.
I do enjoy the way that they went for the, that's weird. This, I've already forgotten the dog's name because it's been over 2 years. But they usually don't like people, but they seem to have a strong affinity for you. And then we learn later it's, oh, right, because we saw them before. He returns. I trust this means Pasauns and Argos. Thank you. Look, it's been so long since I've seen the doggo's name. Have been resolved to their satisfaction. The South Sea Isles? Ah, would that I could have been there to walk amidst such verdant beauty. Dare say I'm green with envy. Your Arcus...
Dare! I see what you're wearing!
Yeah. It's a very, muted green, though. Muddy green. It's kind of like a muddy green.
You're green with wool dye!
I'm glad that our version is blue by default. Your Arcasadora friend sounds like he made for fine company, too. To brave mysterious wilds in search of fish for your beloved, the stakes turned out to be far higher than I realized. In any event, while any obligation to Matsuya has arguably been met, I encourage you to aid him in his quest for new and exciting fish. Who knows what dazzling specimens are yet waiting to be discovered in the waters of Alo Alo Island. Oh, and if you can spare a moment for Osman, he will be eager to hear about your experience to give you another harder version of this dungeon that you will probably not actually do because I've got too many things. If I end up trying to do Criterions at this point, it will be as extra content, next expansion, though they probably will not unsync it, it sounds like.
Yeah, nothing wrong about that. Except for the fact that, it sucks not to have your skills.
Yeah, for me, it's basically going to be like going back to Boja, Eureka, any of the Deep Dungeons. Deep Dungeons is the name of that category of stuff as well. Or technically Ultimates, but actually no, it's going to be closer to the Ultimates because of the mechanics you need to learn. Okay, what is Melvan's Gate in Limsa? I don't remember this.
It's the Arcanist. You know how they oversee shipments and shit?
Okay, so it is them. Then
yeah, they have overseers that do stuff on top of the Arcanist bullshit.
Yeah, they're customs, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Her island was, okay, so now we're learning about that treasure the other three were originally talking about, then. Though, no. Okay, so confused. Whatever, doesn't matter. And for some reason, I guess I mixed it up with the dungeon we ended up doing for expert roulette. Or I guess I ended up No, it wasn't
the
expert.
Isle?
It wasn't expert. It was 90s. But yeah, the Isles.
The one we did for 90s was the diving into the old Thavnarian thing.
Right. When the other three mentioned the name who's not there, so my brain already forgot. I know it starts with an M. When they mentioned that treasure, I thought they were just talking about that dungeon because, you know, we found it from a treasure map. I thought, you know, they overheard Estinian.
That was the legacy of an old Thavnarian leader,
Okay.
Halsdall or whatever.
Right, Ashdal.
Yeah, sure. You're
Oh.
mixing up the old one with the new one.
Yes, I am. You're right, but okay. Well, I still have about 2 hours before top. Before I go do anything else, does anyone want to join? If not, no worries. I just want to check before we queue for anything else.
Your face wants to check before we queue for anything else.
Yes, it does. This is why I'm waiting with bated breath.
Got him.
If no one else does, then I'd say do normal raids. Get that out of the way. You know, something relatively quick. Not currently? No worries. Leo? I'll just give it a little bit in case anyone else who's lurking. If you want to join, please let me know. You are welcome to join us for this stuff. Also, I do enjoy how the blue, when they first came out with this blue, I remember it felt eye-searing. But now it's just, I'm so used to it, it is not eye-searing to me anymore. Also, I still appreciate that they added classic Final Fantasy menu blue. I think it's Frontlines today. Oh, Nadam. Okay. Well, it was healer, now it's tank. So, I guess, ready, Betrayer?
For normal raids?
Normal raids. If you want to swap, do it
I
now.
already did.
You did? Alright, so good to go?
Yeah.
Ah, White Mage. It really doesn't matter what level you are, you'll probably be okay on White Mage. You just might not have Blood Lily. Now, which expansion are we going to go into? I know what expansion we're not going into. ARR, thank God. Can you imagine if they put the coils in here?
It'd be funny once.
Yeah. Oh! Hey! We're saying hi to Pepsi Man! Man, it's been a long time since I've seen Pepsi Man. I don't know who to give this to. I guess the Reaper.
The Machinist also has a good part of their kit here.
Oh, they do, but they're also 4,000 HP behind.
Hey, you know what? You're right.
They might end up doing properly, but
No, not at 4,000 behind.
yeah. No, I mean, well, we've seen some things, Betrayer. You know this.
I refuse.
Okay, I enjoy how 3 of us have portraits. And the scholars actually look pretty decent.
Get you some stun.
Right, okay. At first, my brain was trying to figure out, wait, is this Pepsi Man, or is this the, other...
Manipulator.
Not Manipulator. The other one that starts you on this, like, rotating thing. But that's Creator tier.
Yeah, that's
forward and back.
yeah, that's Cruise Chaser.
I can't believe there's going to be another... that we have a second Cruise Chaser mount coming.
No, I don't. I'm not paying 20 extra bucks for that.
You don't want the version that's skinned more like Arc?
No, I didn't even really like Arc to begin with.
Fair. I don't know if I ever got that summon, to be fair. Someone has got to enjoy someone... This is, I think, the first time I've seen a random person point out the contradiction of your name and title. Professor Betrayer, the trusted friend. I feel the T muscle memory coming in already. Because it was, oh, awesome, he sprang here. He's just going to immediately spray in the other sections.
I'm very funny.
He doesn't think you're funny? Well, now he gets to be the one to ignore. Okay. And they appreciate this. Okay, I like this. I like this, Reaper. They went along with the joke, and then they went even further along with the joke. They have a good sense. Also, I forgot that I've got the Titania weapons on this. Those were such good weapons. Ooh, I just realized next expansion we might get blue feather weapons. Ooh, I wonder what effect they'll give them. I hope they're good. I don't remember what this tether means. I think it means I'm going to get shot. Yep. That's exactly what it meant.
Who doesn't love an ad fade?
Man. Alexander tier was really good for raid tier.
It was good for mechanics, it was bad for math.
Yes.
And it was bad for, like, the fact that they gaslit us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Either he lied or he was stupid.
But outside of that, good music, good fight design, ignoring the numbers, outside the numbers, for the most part, the fights were designed well. They were all pretty unique.
To be fair, it was also the first time where they actually, like, built a 4 normals.
Yeah.
So their numbering shit was off.
I am very glad they stuck with that. Here is a normal version, so you can get whatever plot's going on, and then here's the Savage version for those of you who want to just raid. Why am I holding on to these feathers? I don't have
Why are you holding on to those feathers?
I'm holding on to them as though I have, like, any form of burst. The feathers are the burst. I'm sorry, is this like the 3rd time it said you?
Oh, I've been targeted a lot, but it targets healers for most of these.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. That probably explains why I got it a lot in this tier.
Yeah, healers were supposed to be the ones to get it so that the DPS checks could be met.
Makes sense, actually. I am leaving. Wait, no, I'm commending and then I'm leaving. I do not want this.
I got 3 comm.
Nice. Look, you have a good name and you played along with everyone in a good-natured way.
I mean, played along with everyone. They played along with me. I'm the funny one.
Clearly, I'm not queuing up for that one.
I have been.
For guild pests?
On the alt.
Oh, yeah. Look, if you still... You know what? If you want to get experience, we can do that. I can do a leveling if you want.
I mean, I guess.
Let me know once you've swapped over.
Ellery is absolutely right about the white mage stick, though.
Of it being hollow or something else? I'm sorry, I missed this?
Uh-huh.
That feels...
I'm very funny.
That feels like a thing out of,
That's some dark cloud shit right there. That's some level 5.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you Dark Cloud. Oh, what the... Runner, Crash Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot.
That's no Crash Bandicoot shit, yeah. Yeah, that's the stick I had the entire time.
And that comes out as the male Darkhold, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's buyable. It's off the market board.
Wait, really? Oh, right, because the male was one of those weird dungeons where it's, hey, you can sell the loot.
Uh-huh, because the loot in there, one of the armor sets for each archetype was an achievement archetype.
Okay.
So they had the nudie Coliseum and the just stripper gram bullshit.
Yeah.
And then they had the 3 tank, DPS, and healer archetype things that you go wear the entire set, talk to Jonathas, and get an achievement. And
now,
apparently it was a thing to do, and it's like they're all selling for 1,000 a pop.
Oh wow, this is 15K. That's not that bad, actually.
Not that bad.
Some of them have been for 1,500.
Not arguing.
But yeah, look,
no, that one's easy enough to run that it's like, yeah.
Yeah, at the same time, it's... Do I really care to run it, or I've got 1.6 million? I'm going to bring that staff today into top. And if we get the clear while I have that staff, oh well!
What do you mean, oh well? See how many people notice.
Yeah, which means I have to... Oh, now I have to look at something.
Anyway.
Man, I might have to just do the standard standing thing with it then. Anyway, you are swapped over, you said?
I'm on Balmung even. For shits and giggles.
Which is why you loaded immediately.
Mm-hmm.
I really need to go through my friends list because there's a lot of people in here that are, who the hell is this person?
I purged more than half of it when I moved over from Cactuar. Because they were all unable to load. Because they were data centers that were distinct at that point. And now it's like, oh, you could have kept him. And I'm like, thanks for telling me.
So you're doing Monk?
Yeah, I'm doing Monk. I'm leveling up Monk so I can get the shit out of my armory chest.
Fair. Very fair. You know what? I don't know how to play this anymore. This will be fun.
Do it.
I also forgot that I have a a very weird backless robe. Like, this thing is...
That's one of the one of the ones that came out of
Aglaya, I think.
Yeah.
No, it's just the more I look at this...
That's not weird. That's how they do it. And that's also the robe that I was wearing as White Maid.
Fair. No, when I was looking at this, I didn't notice that the back actually was coming up. I thought the back was just this, hey, it's the front looped behind you, so really, it's probably falling down front at some point.
Nah, it's
it is
actually
fastened.
Got those fasped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, caster is one of the things I just have barely done. Though I admit, if I do try to learn a caster, let's be honest, Red Mage is probably the one that I would want to learn just because it gives me the tools to help the group in other ways than just damage.
Yeah, okay.
I like Magic Barrier existing.
Yeah, okay.
You know what? Let's do a new title. No. Sure,
Yeah,
I'll do
do
that.
a new title.
I was not going to be the man maker.
Aww.
Look, I am not a man maker. I'll go with Gear of Change. I have so many... There's so many titles that this game has just given me that it's, oh, wait, that's a title? This is why I just slash title at this point.
I got someone to talk about fucking Trusted Friend.
And you know, I'm so glad for that.
It's so good.
You know what, while we wait for this to pop, because we did double DPS queue it, I can actually go ahead and take a look at some of these. Red Mage is a great cast. Yeah, the Red Mage, to be fair, Red Mage's only problem right now, really, is the fact that they're being penalized because Verraise exists. That's honestly, I think, Red Mage's only problem right now.
They're being penalized for something that doesn't matter with the way body checks work.
Yeah. It still baffles me that you can recover more in Ultimates than you can in Savage. That should not be the case. Or at least you can recover more to learn the phase. You might fail the DPS check, but you can recover more to learn the phase. Actually, no, we've even had it be, oh, we've lost two people. No, we still made the DPS check. Barely, but we made it. You don't have to relearn Red Mage halfway through, but I do have to relearn Red Mage because things like acceleration has completely changed what it does. For point in fact, Leo, acceleration used to just guarantee that you would proc of your Ver Thunder or Ver Arrow. Now it's Swift Cast. And gives you the proc. And increases potency of your AoE, apparently. Like, it's... I think they probably had to do that, but it is also very strange to me still. That's engagement, which I may not have. Oh, never mind. If I've got one, I've got the other. Right! In this expansion, they made it whereas those two are obtained at the same time. Unlike when they first added engagement, and it was a few levels later for some reason.
Because it's easy to run away. It's hard to hold your ground.
Mm-hmm.
Also, backflip's the cool one, and standing still's boring, so why wouldn't you learn the cool one first?
You're right. Rule of cool. Rule of cool needs to win. What the heck am I... Oh, I'm using the blue feather one. That... Actually... Maybe not a rapier, but... And the way I hold it is stupid, but it kind of feels like a sword.
Yeah, it's swordy.
Its hilt is a little weird. Like,
God,
I don't...
I'm gonna have to glamour something for Red Mage now.
Look, Red Mage is going to be one of... Just like last time, Red Mage is probably going to be one of the two classes... Or one of my, trust classes. Because I think you... If I remember correctly, it's... We need 2 DPS and 2 tanks to effectively be able to take everyone through it.
Feels right. Unless they alter the numbers.
Yeah.
Remember, we've got Graha, and that'll probably give us a floater.
Well, we had Graha last time also.
Yeah, but I was using the old math from Shadowbringers when I did it for Endwalker.
Fair. No, what we will have is Kryl.
Will we?
I'm pretty sure.
Look, she's not as bad as Minfilia, but she has a habit of getting kidnapped, and I'm not gonna trust she's gonna be anywhere.
The fact they gave her one of the poster jobs makes me think we're going...
Yeah, except I don't trust like that.
Yeah, okay, you know what? Fair. Fair.
Yeah, no, I saw the Darkhold staff in Darkhold, and went, "Oh right, Ellery was using that one day." She's right; it's the best staff.
Okay. Because you put in FC, didn't you? Yeah, there we go.
Hmm?
I couldn't remember how to spell Zamail.
Mm.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Heaven's Word jobs and earlier. Heaven's Word jobs starting at 30. I understand why it still does that, but I am so glad they realized afterwards of, oh, maybe starting 20 levels lower is a mistake.
Mm. I don't think starting them at 40 would have changed it much, except put all of their starting dungeons being Cutter's Cry and Stone Vigil.
Which actually, yeah, nope, never mind. Never mind, those are not dungeons you want to start with.
Instead, they start with Hoke and Brayflocks.
Yeah, you know what? I accept this now. Machinist could have done the other two. Machinist would have been fine starting at
Machinist
40.
has no responsibilities
Exactly.
in Cutter's Cry, except don't aggro anything you don't have to. So I'm going to politely disagree on this one, Lim.
Yeah, nope. I had not considered that. Okay, that's a generic sword, but it's not a bad sword.
What?
The Zamail paladin sword.
Yeah, it's very Tower of Druaga.
Monk. Okay, these are very. Those are the types of the
Yeah,
drummagers
that's what I was thinking.
for the like dancer thing.
For the throwing, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a great leveling, super fast. A third of the
Yeah.
experience.
Okay, I forgot these 3 are in here.
Yeah, but the experience penalty is so not worth it. Not anymore.
Yeah, but at least it is, like you said, real fast.
Mhm.
What do I even have? Oh, hey! Oh, I missed that for Fire and for Stone were different levels.
Yeah.
I have the second part of my melee combo.
Mm-hmm.
Which means 35 is when I go into that.
All right, this is this dude's first real class. At least he's not going to be the dumb motherfucker I had in Halatali last night who did not know how to use overpower at level 54.
Okay, yeah, now I see. I'm surprised the white mage is watching the cutscene.
They're probably hanging out and doing the cutscene to make it so they don't feel alone.
Fair.
You know.
They probably queued together.
Yeah. Or they're doing the storyline with
New Game Plus.
New Game Plus that has Alice and
That's hard
Gabu.
mode. That's hard mode.
You're right. Yeah, it could be New Game Plus.
Or maybe they're just taking forever to load.
Please tell me you know how to shield lob. Don't know how to spin the boss either properly. I am going to sit over here and be a salty bitch too. This is what I do.
Oh, no, I'm not. I don't gain nearly as much mana as my brain thought I did. I just realized Red Mage is also kind of like Dancer in the sense of, yeah, you may have a little bit of a rotation, but you can freeform a bit.
Hey, look at these punchers. That's right, you knew who to stop.
Yeah? I'm glad I didn't let you out yet.
Punch a punch a punch.
Also, I'm going to say this. Sprint should not interrupt dual cast.
Yeah. Why are you tanking it southwest?
Because that's the direction it was already facing.
Uh-huh. That's nice.
I antied my slide cast.
I'm still half a level.
And, you know, for how short this dungeon is, that's pretty good.
It's all right. I am no longer receiving an EXP bonus. I am no longer with a mentor. because you're in a different zone.
Yeah, fair. Do you want to do trials?
I guess. Yeah, sure. Why not?
It'll be another relatively fast one. Who knows? We might get Titan again. You know, I liked Crystarium when it came out. But there is something about Old Charlian. Old Charlian that just... I like it better. It could also be because the music is just less energy.
I think it's because half of the Crystarium is pointless except for the part of the MSQ you run across it in. They've got the inn absolutely sequestered from everything else. They've got the bar area that's absolutely pointless unless you're RPing or doing the 3 quests that go in there.
Or
You've
the
got
role quests, yeah.
Yeah, well, you've got the big crystal tower area that is pointless except to have a set of constellations where all the important shit is going on. It's got a big wide nothing area.
Yeah, it definitely does have that huge just area between the Aetheryte and the front of the Crystal Tower that is just, thou shalt not build here.
And not only that, but at least the pointless area in Charlian is
it's a garden.
Whole ass residential area.
Yeah. But really, I wasn't even thinking about that. I was just thinking like aesthetics-wise. Like, of which one I like just sitting around in more. They faced that at us, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
I got my cast off and I dodged. I am okay with this. What the heck is my impact button? That's my... Oh, wait, but I don't scatter. Oh, crap. How do you... Oh, right. That's how you do AoE on this class. It's the inverse of what you do for single target. Okay. Well, being behind doesn't matter for this. God, you're invincible for so long. And you don't even have a buff to tell us you're invincible. Yeah, I'm going into the safe zone.
They're going to die.
Probably. And then she teleports down here anyway, I think? Yep. Because it's, hey, let's spawn the farthest away from the things that are going to be problems. Oh, wait, I've got Fletch. Do not trust.
I got a phone call in the middle of that, and I managed to keep up fucking positionals.
Nice.
Because they keep spinning this motherfucker, so I actually just waited until they'd spun it to get the positional.
I did this. This is the fight I did for my ARR light steps. So I know this fight a little too much. I don't care about this stuff. Other people can get it. I admit, I appreciate people who can RP in games. I know I can't do that level of stuff. Like, I can barely do it for D&D, I feel. So I appreciate people who are able to, like, properly get into their character that way.
It's not about the getting into character. It's about literally having nothing in between to do, because I can reflex what my character would do while I have to sit there and wait for other people to think it through.
Okay, yeah.
And I don't handle sitting there doing nothing well.
As evidenced by how many?
3 right now.
Okay.
Literally right now, 1 on my phone, 1 that's up, and 1 that I know is running, but I don't have to look at it because of an end of content.
Don't
judge me.
Wait, you have 4? You know what? Fair enough. Look, I've got the 2 characters, but it's because the way I play this game of I only need 2 characters. I don't need a lot. Someone are they following me, or are they? No, we just happened to be moving in a similar direction. Okay. Well, only other thing I've got that I think you'd maybe want to do would be 50-60, would be a level 50 dungeon.
Nah, you have fun with that.
Yeah, at that point, you know what? It's time for me to pivot to the other thing I said I needed to do.
Yeah?
Yeah. Time to go get myself some of these brilliant or inspirational wind clusters. I need so many of these still. Oh, wow, I'm actually significantly ahead on the miners components. That's actually not great. I can't remember. Did you? I think you did some of this for the Sky Steel stuff, but you never you didn't finish for all. I know that much, right?
I didn't bother. There's just not a point if you're going to do crafted pented.
Okay.
Outside of the minor gains you get on expert crafts.
Oh, I meant last expansion before they added that part.
Yeah, I didn't bother because it isn't interesting.
Okay. Is that a level? Yeah, that is a level. I admit, for me, I do like the glow of the dragon song, of the Heavensward ones better. They had a better glow effect. But
I'm trying to figure out how a bee got in here.
Yeah, that would be a good thing to know, so you can not have other bees, or worse, wasps get in.
So I'm gonna be back.
Yeah, go for it. Ooh, I also should land and consume some food. Because, yeah, this is, I do need gathering food to get close to the max collectability. I'm 1 point away, but... Okay, if this procs, I am golden. It did not proc. Wow, did that really not... Okay, at least we got Wise to the World. But yeah, as I was saying, like, I am glad that people are still able to, like, actually RP in this RPG. I know Nethos tried it, but from what I heard secondhand from him, getting things scheduled was just apparently becoming a pain, at least with the group he was trying to do stuff with before.
I'm gonna kill that boy.
Did he leave a door open?
Window.
Oh. Like, full open? Like, screen up? Or do you not have screen?
We have screens. It's okay. So there was an addition added to the house at some point. Some of that stuff doesn't necessarily have the best tracking because my grandfather fucked up and got the absolute worst contractor.
Mm-hmm.
And I know he dicked with it and then didn't put it back.
If
Good news, I managed to get it to go out the door, get the door and the window closed, and now I ain't got to deal with that shit. So
good. Yeah, and admittedly, you saying the bee got in just reminded me a week back now. Housemate, there were some wasps out front. I don't think there's any wasps. I don't think there's a nest in my house, but I think there's one in somewhere in the neighborhood that they're coming from. But no, somehow one also managed to just get in, as far as we can tell, through a closed door. Yeah, probably. There's really at some point I should just get someone out here to be, hey, can you help tell me if there are any pest control? Look around for small holes in my house that need to get sealed up to stop things like ants, bees, mice, the bat. We had a bat in the basement like a few months back, but that one I think is because the neighbor was getting work done on their house, and I think it just got in while they were doing that somehow. Because it's a townhouse. My neighbors are connected to this house. Townhouses are nice for some things, like the I don't have a lawn to worry about. You know what? No, we'll actually go for this one. I misread that. I thought I had that buff. I did not have the buff, I thought. When I said the bat, you went to Batman, yeah? That would be actually kind of terrifying if someone in a Batman costume was just in my house. It would raise so many questions as to, why are you here? Am I about to die? Sorry, go ahead.
Leo, you're such a joker.
But he's not Mark Hamill.
I know, I didn't insult Leo like that, don't.
Look, Mark Hamill's a decent voice actor.
Okay.
Oh, we're not getting this one, are we? Nope, we're lucking out. I will say, I do wish there was an easier way in-game to sift food by what buffs they give. Because unless you're about to tell me there's a way to do it that I'm unaware of, I don't think there's a way to do it.
I don't know.
Look, there have been times where as I've said something, and then it's been, no,
right out of my pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How close am I to that? I would need something that would give me 11. But I think I'd rather get the other two stats. Don't have enough.
Motherfuckers are selling this thing for like 50,000. I'm over here like, I made it at cost for 200. You can have it for 1,000.
Time to crash the market.
Be glad that this is on Mateus. I'm doing it with everything as I level.
I can believe it.
There will be no markets left unsung.
Like, I do remember End of Stormblood of, I was just making the Zelkova accessories because it was, hey, this is easy. Just send retainers out to get wood, make these accessories, put it on the market board, sell it for a decent price. Oh, someone is trying to undercut me a little. Awesome, you undercut me by 5? I'm undercutting you by 20,000. This is the new price now. I don't care.
I know how deep I am in on this. And I also know this is fake money and I don't care.
Well, not only that, but it's a, hey, guess what? Doesn't matter that we'll sell for higher if I keep it at that price eventually. I have limited shelf space. I need product to move. People seem to forget that aspect of this. You only get 20, you only have 20 spaces on the shelf per retainer. What, at being called such a joker, Leo? Because if so, the obnoxiously loud laugh is very fitting.
Very funny.
Perfect.
I'm absolutely serious though. Like, I understand like rare shit or high level shit having a price to it, especially when it's brand new. Sure, awesome. Leveling shit, especially a Realm Reborn, sure, you can make an economy off of that, but it needs to be an economy of scale, not an economy of gouging as much as the market can bear.
Well, here's another thing. Like, look at Undyed Velveteen. You can, once you are level 50, you can buy that from the Sylphs for under 200 gil.
Okay, but think about it this way. Rue didn't do the Sylphs until this expansion.
Oh, I know. What I'm saying is, so you can do that, or you can just, you know, kill a few dire mites to get their silk. That also works. But there's no reason for it to be five digits. And sometimes it is 5 digits.
Yeah, that's the laziness cost. And since Velveteen is a crafter thing, and is a crafter mid-tier thing, because you're talking about the cloth, you're not talking about, you know, the base Diorite shit. I can understand the laziness. If you're doing it, that is a convenience cost. I get that. I am talking stuff that you cannot normally, I think crafted items for leveling or gathered items that are purely materials should not have an exorbitant price to go with them unless they are problematic to get. If they are not problematic to get, they should be plentiful to find and sell for cheap. That's how the markets are supposed to work, and that's not how they work.
Yeah. So, like, if it is a thing of, even if killing X is easy, if it is only sourceable by killing X, okay, that's annoying.
It has a little bit of an opportunity cost, by all means. Go out of your way. Yeah, no. You should get the opportunity cost off of that. That's not what I'm trying to say.
But Flax, on the other hand,
I'm talking level 10 gear should not be 50k.
Yeah, nope. There's the only...
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I feel about that is there should not be a absolute dearth of opportunity for new players to get in and come out. No, I'm actually taking all of this gear that I'm crafting because I'm going through the crafting log because that's the easiest way to get levels in crafting, but I'm not going to have that argument with people again.
Yeah.
And I'm just one of everything goes in the market board 1,000 gil until I hit level 40. Then it goes to 2.5.
You just gave me an idea of something else to do if I end up with an absorbent amount of time left. There's a lot of things I've never crafted.
Yeah, you should go do those.
Yeah, I'm looking at this. There's only one thing on Carpenter that I have crafted in level 1 to 5. Nothing from 6 to 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, to be...
Go get those Chivos.
Yeah, to be fair, I think I ended up doing that. It's because at the time it was, okay, I've done Weaver. I just wanted to get these other things dealt with, and I just paid a friend for a leaf kit.
Mm-hmm. And I understand that, although it's cheaper and easier to do it through the XLs anyway once you hit 15. It's just so much faster and easier to do it through XLs.
My problem was I basically had the Weaver gear and level 1 gear and nothing in between.
Yeah, they hand you gloves that cover what you need up until 15.
Do
because
they?
you just because you're not supposed to do anything there. You're just supposed to like do the 5 things for your guild on quests, and it zooms you through experience.
Okay.
I just did it. Like, it's insane how much experience you get.
Fair. The part of the Ixals I just remember was well, that sucks. Doing it, that's why I used to level up my Weaver for most of it, I believe. And I made one mistake of not realizing that by accepting all 3 of the things at once, I may be getting stacking penalties.
Mm-hmm.
And B, not having hasty touch. Because I hadn't touched Culinarian. The fact you get all the skills that you need now, though, probably would definitely even more so make it where it's, oh yeah, this is so much easier now.
You get hasty touch a little late, but as long as you're keeping up with the quest drops, not crafting your own shit, the quest drops.
Let's just wait for this.
You have enough CP to basic touch your way through all of the high quality shit.
Sure enough.
And again, I just put all of them through 20, so.
Yep. And again, admittedly, when I was doing it, it was also my first crafting job. I did not know what I was doing.
Me either, but I lucked out in that I was doing blacksmith because I did blacksmith and carpentry because I wanted more dragoon shit.
Fair.
And I left like alchemy and culinarian, and that's exactly the thing you need to do to get good at crafting, is to pick up the shit that will help you craft better things. I picked up Weaver because, oh yeah, I just want to make my own gear. And then I just picked up the rest because, yeah, while I'm here. But I originally did not level Alchemist except through Ixal quests. So I crafted the first 10 levels of alchemy stuff, and then I didn't touch it except through Ixal quests 250.
Fair. Though also Ixal quests, if I remember correctly, can't you do those really early on Crafter?
Yeah, like I said, from like 10 up.
No, for some reason I thought you could do it earlier. Like they were weird.
Yeah, you probably can. It's just you also have to have a battle and or a mining class on hand.
Maybe Fisher, maybe Botanist.
Yeah, you had to have the gatherers on hand to finish some of the jobs, and you had to have a battle class above 40 on some of the jobs.
Oh, right, and you could also do the second version of the Grand Company stuff with them.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, that gave you that gave you another resource other than oak knots that I can't remember what
Moonstones!
What were those used for?
Specifically some of the weird unlocks for relics in, I want to say both A Realm Reborn and Heavensward, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you get a moonstone for completing certain parts of that. I wish shit left my brain.
Look, sometimes you don't want it to. Because then, sometimes it doesn't stop slipping. I'm sorry, I think it's a Seal song just went into my head. Is it Seal? I don't know.
Kiss from a Rose?
No, not Kiss from a Rose. Time Keeps on Slipping into the Future.
No.
Okay. Look, to be fair, the main reason I remember that song is because as a kid, I liked the first Space Jam. I watched it too much. And that's where I heard that song. Sort of like how All-Stars, for me, is not associated with Shrek, it's associated with Mystery Men.
Steve Miller Band.
Is that who did the one I was talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Fly Like an Eagle.
Thank you. Thank you. I forgot how flowery this Mandragora is.
They also did the most hilarious song of that era, of that era, period. Magic Carpet Ride, where the song gets lost in the middle and has such a long instrumental break that is an entirely different song, and then they come right back to their fucking chorus, and it's like, wait, what the fuck? I haven't swapped songs yet?
I've never actually heard that entire song.
Excuse me while I
will
go
listen
put something into the music box for you.
I will listen to it outside of stream because that's 100% going to be a DMCA. No, I need wind crystals. God, do I need wind crystals?
I guess that's Steppenwolf. Huh, interesting. Thought I was Steve Miller Band. I'm getting them mixed up then. My bad. Unless
Leo, that's fine. I haven't watched Mystery Men in a while. I don't know how well it holds up these days, but I'm pretty sure it's still just a look. This is a doesn't really take itself seriously comedy. I mean, how can it take itself seriously? It's got the shoveler in it.
Okay, it was covered. Cool. I'm not brain dead. I'm just wrong about the original, which is fine. I'm fine with that.
Yep, he shovels very well.
It's an okay movie. Far better than it deserved to be.
Yeah. Look, remember, he's only invisible if you aren't looking at him. I do enjoy how it ended up being, nope, it's a, yeah, we're playing this up for gags of, yeah, no, this isn't real, and then it's, no, this is 100% real. Not only is he invisible, he becomes slightly intangible. You know, you're right. Yeah, the cast with a different cast, that probably would not have been, that definitely wouldn't have been the same movie. But then again, it's because of the cat picture, the cat dressed up as Ruby Rod. Now I want to watch Fifth Element again.
You stopped?
Look, there's a difference between wanting to and just knowing and just, you know, not thinking about the movie.
I'm in.
I hate so badly that keeps on ending 8 points away.
It's almost perfect.
It almost gives me an extra collect. I need to find better food than carrot nibbles for gathering and perception. I'm sure it exists, I just don't know what it is.
Do you need gathering? I thought you just needed perception to get that to 150.
I thought perception... Okay, hold on. Once we get up over here...
Check out them tooltips.
Yeah, no. Gathering affects the rate of this. Perception affects the rate of the other things proccing. Or maybe I'm reading this wrong. There's a chance your integrity is unaffected, determined by gathering. So never mind. It's gathering affects this getting up to a 1 in 4 chance that I don't use it, and it's perception then for the number underneath. Nope, increase. Nope, never mind. I go over to the scour and it says increase determined by your gathering rating.
No, that says that increase is determined by your gathering rating. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking care.
Unfortunately, I don't have anything that's a single piece of, Oh, okay. That works. That's a single piece of perception and a single piece of gathering to be able to check. And I'm not unmelding something. Got... Right! Fall Guys.
You need to make some curry.
What type of curry? Jenga for gathering.
You don't really need both. If you just need gathering, then you just pick up the gathering curry.
And this would get me to the GP for some of the bonuses I've been seeing. You know what? Let's gamble. This gamble's not going to work. But Gambler's Fallacy says I'm in too deep.
Okay, Johnny.
Does he mention... Is this a he has Gambler's Fallacy, or is this the other aspects of Johnny being in too deep?
He talks about gambling all the time.
Okay.
Like his line to Jam. A good gambler can always evaluate the odds and knows when to get out when it's dangerous, but damn. Your thighs make that hard to keep up.
I forgot this one. Is this an accent core thing?
Exerd.
Exerd, okay. Then again, I don't know. We played some Johnny, and I know Nitho started to try to pick him up, but that was so late into us doing Exerd. Also, these things are not giving me the wind crystals, and I really need it to give me the wind crystals. Also, I do enjoy how I'm just getting some connoisseur's asphalt.
Yeah. Connoisseurs.
Like, little did you know, there's some people who are so stuffed up about asphalt. How much do you raise by? 10%. You are the correct thing to do for this. I'll spend all my GP on these wind clusters, because they are so far behind. Like, they are more than 20 behind. On every other one of these things, the rare thing I got done with before I finished the collectibles. Here, the collectibles are being nicer to me.
Hidden Rage probably set on your stats.
Yeah, possibly. What's this do again? Oh, right. It's also probably the fact that, you know, Collector's Intuition is a coin flip for me at this point. Actually, just because of that I feel is more useful than the good proc rate thing. Yeah, I'll just quick gather this one. I don't have enough. But I feel like that's better than the good one, the good chance on the crafting ones, because now the thing that ups Collector's Intuition, I think it goes from a 54% to like a 90% chance, because it's, you know, I'm just going to do it this next round, and we'll check. Can I do it? I need to wait a few seconds, and then I can... Unless you have wind. You don't have wind. Need to wait a little bit. But yeah, I just want to check, because I feel like on slightly lower ones, I was would use that, and it's, oh, 100% chance for this to proc now? Well, that seems good for 100 GP and basically doubling what I'll get. So yeah, Collector's Focus. Yeah, even here, 95% chance on this to proc now. Which it did proc, but it didn't give me nearly as much as I was expecting, probably because it's on the base value, not including the increased value.
Yeah. I don't really like that buff.
Fair enough.
It's nice, but I don't want to spend GP on it.
I can definitely... If I had, once we're over 1,000 or 10,000 GP, which we're going to be next expansion, I can see it... Actually, no, even then, unless I am... I can see it being useful if I don't have enough GP to get an extra solid reason, but I could get 2 more of these, because that should then still equate to 1 extra gather.
I just don't Collector's Intuition it, because why not just use the other buff?
Scrutiny?
Yeah.
I mean, you can use both.
Yeah, but then you have to, like... That's still 2 actions, that's still too much GP, and that's just another hit you're wasting.
Now I'm curious as to what you're doing different from what I'm doing for these.
Not relying on the random chance one, and instead relying on the one that has a chance of giving me extra hits.
Right, the one on the far right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I thought you were using the. I thought you were using the middle one.
Oh, I only use the middle one when I don't have enough GP to guarantee the 10,000, or the full. If I don't have the GP to guarantee the full, I'm using the middle one because it has a better rate at actually getting me to the minimum than the other one has of getting me to the maximum. Because I basically need that 1 in 4 to proc so many more times. And if it doesn't proc once, I don't even get to the minimum value. Does that make sense?
I guess. I just know I've had far more luck with the far right than I have with the middle.
Fair.
If I also happen to throw away a lot of collectible chances because I'm used to things going badly that it's just, oh, shuffle through until I get a proc. I don't even spend GP until I've gotten a proc, and then I start doing the rest of it.
Okay. Well, I'm just being, okay, I've got the 8... Actually, so I really only need 700, but I've got what I need for that, and... yeah, we are doing this. I've got what I need to guarantee that I will get at least 2, if not, maybe 6 if things go right.
Yeah, whereas I'm not even looking to try to pull 2 out of it. Oh, okay, did I proc? No? Cool, just burn this out and then go to the next one. Because the faster I get confirms, the more often I get lucky strikes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you for giving me 2 in a row. Again, I will burn all my GP on that. Actually, I don't need to burn as much anymore. I am almost done with these wind clusters now.
Nice.
Which also makes me wonder... Am I done with this, with the collectibles? Because I might be. Especially if I get a lucky proc out of this. Like that. I will say, I do still like this collectible system more than the other one. Though I wish this collectible system when you're doing things that are significantly lower level than you, had the benefit the old system had. Whereas it's, oh, this is 30 levels below you. One hit and you've got max. You're done. Just take your stuff and go. I need 4 more. So we're almost done with this step for this one. Oh, hey, something bound. Something else bound. Hey, something else bound. Everything has soul bonded. I will say that is one other good thing about this is the, hey, I'm getting some of that. Oh, that's... I just realized what I haven't been doing for a few months that I should get back into. Custom deliveries. I've got so much materia, but, you know, I don't have that person at max yet.
Gotta get those Chivos.
Yep. And
Maybe
so
you
that...
can do the crafting stuff at the same time.
Which crafting stuff?
Crafting logs.
Possibly, though, those are so very different.
Get a crafting taster to put you in the mood, and then go whole hog on team crafting.
I mean, at some... Like, really, that's the thing of, I just need to... I'll just have to sit down and be, okay, here are all the items I need. Just put it into a team craft list so I can start collecting every... Actually, I shouldn't do all of it.
Go find all of the every 5 level lists and prune them from what you've already made.
Fair. I was just going to manually make those every 5 level lists. Okay,
I mean, you could, but if somebody else has already done all the work, why rush you know?
Yeah. Alright, this note's dead to me.
Burn it to the ground. I'm sorry, not everything is level 20 or higher. Fishing is reliant entirely on JC turn-ins. I lied.
Yeah. Look, that's a fair one to forget about.
I'm not gonna level it. It's gonna level itself, and I'm gonna sit over here like, yeah, I caught it. Sure, why not?
Hey, fishing is the one gatherer that you can... Actually, can you still do leaves for it? I don't remember. It used to be like you could buy the fish off the market board, but they might have changed how that leaf system works for them.
Sir, I'm in a Realm Reborn territory. I can do leaves for all of them.
Okay. Did they get rid of Gatherer Leaves in Endwalker? Because I remember they did something in regard to Gatherer Leaves, but I can't remember what.
I don't know. I didn't have to fucking use Gatherer Leaves because gathering was a thing that I needed to do.
It was a thing that you needed to do, and at the same time, the collectibles are just better.
Too good.
I'm so glad they give us a map for the... I still love that change of the, here's a map, just click the one you want to go to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I'm glad I didn't get rid of that yet. I forgot about those. Hey!
Mm-hmm.
I forgot that. Oh, right. You need to equip another one to upgrade your relic.
Mm.
I understand why. Their system cannot handle it with your primary. The GMs couldn't even handle it to deal with the people who were found to be cheating at top for world first. Yeah, no, they were told of, okay, you have to delete the weapon, but you currently have it equipped, and I can't do this while you have it equipped. Because this game will break if you somehow do not have a primary weapon to determine what class you are.
Mm-hmm. That's why you start as a job.
Yep. When instead it would have made sense of, hey, you want to start in this town? Awesome. Here are your 3 choices that you get now that you are joining the Adventurers Guild.
And linking it to your job meant that you got to start what you wanted instead of picking somewhere because your friends did and all the choices are ass.
Okay, yeah.
Like, I want to choose where I'm going, what I'm going to do, and where I'm going is a little less important.
Yep, I want another upgrade. I am glad that they did make it whereas these later steps for gatherers, it's, oh yeah, rather than coming over here to turn the stuff in, you can just use ethereal reduction. Why didn't we just let you do this in the first place?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of wish you could somehow have done that with the crafting ones as well of, oh, congrats, you crafted this? You can reduce or desynth it to get the item you want out of it and, you know, just make it so you don't have to go to the NPC. Anyway, curry. Let's go get that curry.
Go get that curry.
No. Here they are. Oh, okay, there is an Aetheryte right over. That Aetheryte's pretty close. This thing is pretty close to both of these 2 Aetherytes.
Mm-hmm.
Though I will say I'm very glad for old Charlian. It's, here's the main Aetheryte, there's the frickin' there's the board, and there's the NPCs. Go away. Nine's probably more than I need. Now, where do I need to go for this one? This would be this one, right? Yeah, fire clusters. Oh boy! That area again. Actually, I don't think I've done gathering in that area, but I definitely remember all the fates. All the fate grinding in this zone. No, I don't want Poinix. Sure, I'll take a doggo. There are also just so many mounts. Bum, bum, dum, dum. Oh, right, Lahi. I can't believe I forgot Lahi.
Well.
Hey, I got a challenge log done. I don't remember what gave me oh, right, this was a Rising event. I always forget about this mount. Did I go right past it? Yes, I did. Do you know Lahi?
No.
Okay.
Wiped from my brain.
If I remember, there was one one of the live letters where people like that song, the song came on, and everyone in Twitch was just doing Lahi, and apparently like Yoshi P and whatnot were surprised of wait, why is everyone doing this? There we go. We're at 150, and in fact, this number is also bigger. So yeah, it was just gathering that I needed. Okay.
There you go.
Ah, this is the one that is affected by that? Okay. Well, you're still going up by about... Oh, no, it normally would be 450. It would normally be 3 times the amount. Okay. Whatever. It's still equating to 3 hits with this.
I heard victory.
Yes. Thank you again for finding this.
That's what the dudes and the dudettes and the bros and the not bros are for.
Oh, hey. That's an A rank, isn't it? Not an S rank. A rank. I don't remember if we can take that, if we can take those ones. I think I assume we probably could, right?
A rank?
Yeah. Shadowbringer's A rank?
Yeah. It's a pain in the ass, but you can.
Okay. I'm not going to worry about it. At
least it's not my turn to find the A ranks. I will be right back.
Yeah, no, Shadowbringers ones have mechanics that you need to deal with. And, the Zerg Ball often gets killed because of those mechanics. Partly because there's so many things to render, your client may not render the mechanic properly. Fine, Poinix. You get to exist for a bit. Yeah, Zerg Ball. So for Heaven's Word, Stormblood, and I assume probably Realm Reborn, the way the hunt trains basically worked was, okay, here's where the hunt was called. Everyone goes there, and you just overwhelm it, and it dies because it just didn't have any mechanics. That's why in Shadowbringers they started adding some mechanics, and in Stormblood they started adding some mechanics, and in Shadowbringers they amplified the mechanics even further. But sort of like what happens in Guild Wars 2 for all of those I don't remember what the map missions are called in Guild Wars 2, but for those things it's just you have a huge ball. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It's just basically a ball of Zerglings. We're all the Zerglings. And about when this food buff runs out, it's probably when I will go ahead and take a break. Might be a little bit sooner, just so I can refill on water and probably make myself a cup of not caffeinated tea, but another cup of tea, just to be, you know, ready for top. To be fair, I probably should also just take a break as well to do some more simming. So I might end up whatever. If I waste one of these foods, no big deal. It should be only like, if I sit down and do this properly, it should only be like 2 of these foods, and I have all the stuff I need anyway. I hit the wrong button. Oh well. Ah, Shinryu. You were... Hey, welcome back. It was... Ignoring the Xenos part of Shinryu, that was a interesting fight. I still hate the healer mechanic part of it, because targeting those heads is a pain in the ass sometimes. But it was... If they got hit by AoE healing, I wouldn't mind it. It would be neat. But because they don't get hit by AoE healing, it's annoying.
Buster made a mistake.
2 in 1 day?
He does not understand what 15 years of retail will do to a man.
I'm terrified and intrigued.
There's shit in the van that he needs to come in, and I'm willing to help him with it, because... So I go out there, and he's like, alright, could you take this one? It's pretty heavy. And I'm sitting here like, alright. Reach in, grab it with one hand, and I'm like, oh, this ain't shit. Alright. So I just start curling it, because I think, you know, okay, fuck it.
Yeah.
If it's heavy, I'll get a couple reps in. He looks at me with the purest disgust and goes, no. And so I'm just like, all right, man. I keep it going all the way inside while opening doors with a shit in my other hand. And he's just sitting there staring at me with undisguised hatred. Do the entire thing all the way to Mom. And he's just sitting there like, you know, I hate you so much. And I'm like, stop trying to like, I'll tell you when something's heavy. But I had to haul around 24 packs of Gatorade with one hand. This ain't gonna be shit.
Yeah, no. Like, I do understand hey, it might be heavy, but the moment you pick it up and it's light, it would be, oh, all right then. I think it was the look of disgust and the no that really did it, isn't it?
It really was the no. And it was also just, oh, okay, so you have a problem with me just being able to carry things. You could just go do some exercise yourself.
Actually, I don't need that. This will only take 2. I almost didn't need to use that second scrutiny. $100 more GP, though. 100 more GP, and I can get 2 ageless words in.
All right.
Actually, technically, with this food, 60 more. Like, the rotation for doing these next expansion is going to be basically... I miss that Torgal gets a pet... You can pet Torgal! Okay, I'm glad they added that.
It's very good.
I don't even remember what I was talking about because Torgal distracted me. Torgal is best boy. Oh yeah, the rotation is going to end up being scrutiny, scrutiny, meticulous, scrutiny, meticulous. If you need a third one, go for it. And then ageless words, ageless words. Or whatever the mining one is called. Sorry, just responding to a quick thing. Also, I was waiting for... Actually, I've got enough now. Even though I want that, I've got the extra gathering chance. If this procs, we get this in 2. It procced! Awesome. I didn't have to hit the button to try to make it proc. I like getting 5 of these at max quality. Yeah, you know what? I think I'll finish this rotation out on this. Aether Reduction. Then probably actually take my break. And then spend the time in between. Now and top of just going through some sim. Just get myself a little bit more practice. And, you know, get into the top mindset. Because, like, yeah, we're close. And if I can fix some of my problems, Sigma, not seeing where North is soon enough, even though it's being called in my ear. Yeah, I'll do one more round. I want more fire crystals. I mean, okay, you know, we got about 20 words. I swear I can do math. Somewhere between like a fifth to a quarter of the way done with this in this like 15 minutes. That's actually not that. That's actually pretty decent, I'd say. You know what? Sure, let's take this gamble. You need to proc. You need to proc. You need to proc again. Okay. I got 3 out of that.
So inspired.
Yep, so inspired. The most inspired I've clearly ever been. You know what? If you're going to give me these, I will keep on going for them. So that I hopefully don't run into the problem I ran into last time. I understand why the 12's bounty doesn't work on this, but at the same time, come on. It's a cluster. The 12's bounty should work on this. It should also work on unaspected crystals, but it doesn't. Okay! Yeah, this will give me more.
Do like me some easy wins.
Yep. So, yeah, now we're closer to more than a third done with the fire clusters. How are we doing on the other side? Well, that's a bonus right out of the gate. That's another bonus. Come on. Nope. Not another bonus. I think I'm almost out of my... No, wow, I have a lot more of the max ones than I thought. Not all of these are max, but almost every single one of those was a max. Okay, yeah. Somewhere between a quarter... I'd say, yeah, somewhere between a quarter and a third done overall in about 15 minutes. So one food buff, if I don't get distracted, can potentially finish one of these runs.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good. I don't need to
Bonus
log
if you
out.
crack a manual.
Say again?
Bonus if you crack a manual.
What type of manual?
Food manual.
Oh, yeah. No, oh, I'm sorry. I'm counting the food manual when I say one of these. Yep. Yeah, no, I've got 100. Oh, wow. I'm finally below. Hey, I might finally go back down to 2 digits of squadron rationing manuals by the end of this. I actually probably won't. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of a break. When I come back, we'll be doing some simulations as I practice stuff for the Omega Protocol. And then we'll be heading into the Omega Protocol afterwards. So, for everyone who is heading out from this segment, thank you all very much for watching. Betrayer, thank you for being on comms with me and talking with me this entire time.
Glad to do it, man.
Yep. And yeah, for everyone else who's sticking around, I'll see you after the break. Please, get up and get yourselves a drink and something to eat as well. But yeah, see y'all in a bit.